Today, we are less than 2 weeks away from the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming to the big silver screen. And we'll talk about it. Talk about everything now. Our expectations, what we hope to see. Is it going to be better than the first movie? All the things. I'm so excited.
They've been going crazy with the promotion for this movie now.
And it's working on me.
We finished with the official trailers, but it seems like every day there's some new clip or some new thing. They just put out this montage of all these hidden characters that you hadn't seen before, including Pikmin, which is why we must have them on our set.
Just like Miyamoto.
And yeah, I think it's a perfect time to talk about this movie because we're going to be seeing it real soon.
This hype train that they got us all on is really working on me because I am now marking the calendar, counting the days until we get to see the movie. We already bought our tickets.
We have our tickets?
I was going to say we already bought our tickets.
We're going to the premiere, right?
No.
We got invited, right? Oh, no.
No. We'll do our own premiere.
Oh.
A special.
Because you must get the popcorn bucket. Do you know how much this popcorn bucket costs?
I don't care.
I think it's $50.
Oh.
Because
wait, did it come with the popcorn or no?
Oh, I'm sure that's extra. I don't know. I saw on one of these movie theaters, Cinemark, their site, I think you can buy it and they'll mail it to you.
Oh.
But it was listed for $50.
Oof, that's pricey.
That's insane.
That's steep.
This is your decision. This is your life and money. So I will let you make that call.
Yes. No, I think we should because it's so cute.
We? I want nothing to do with this. I don't want to eat the popcorn. I don't want the bucket.
What can I put it in? What can I put in it after?
Put it up on this set.
Maybe make it into a planter or something.
Okay, yeah, that's cute.
Put little flowers or something.
Yeah.
That's very Yoshi-esque feel. Or you want candy or something in it, like a little candy bowl.
Yeah.
So many options for $50.
It's basically a bargain.
It's basically a bargain.
It's basically a bargain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's such a good deal.
Wow.
But yes, are you excited? Are you as excited as I am?
I'm extremely excited.
Extremely hyped.
No, that was one of my favorite early memories when we started doing this. Was the ramp up to the movie? That was, not a game. This is an entirely new thing for Nintendo.
Know.
And we were very closely, invited to things and given access to things, which we're not now. Oops. But that was very fun. We've heard it, a number of different ways through the grapevine of they didn't really like that you kind of snuck through on some of those lists. It's
not our fault.
Okay,
I didn't ask.
We weren't campaigning to be on a list.
Yeah, we're just there.
Here we are. Sorry for existing.
Sorry for living my life.
I'll be sure to remedy that.
Don't say that.
We love our Patreon subscribers. Check us out at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta. Yes. Something very exciting that happened. I think this was posted late last week. We were contacted by a YouTuber, Kurtamatic, a long time ago, and he said, I'm doing a documentary on Nintendo Minute. We said, well, we'd love to be a part of that if we can. So we did an interview with him, and the video's live. And it's incredible. It's about It's quite detailed. It's almost an hour long.
Right.
Goes through
very well produced.
All of the different eras, extremely well produced. He definitely wanted to talk about kind of the conclusion and what happened to those videos.
Lost footage, lost media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely recommend it and check it out if you're interested in reminiscing back on those days.
I was very impressed by the way that it was put together.
Yes.
And it was really fun looking at some of those old clips of Nintendo Minute that he found of us.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
I think it's let me know if you agree. I think it's a great sign of how things are going for us now.
Oh.
How little time I spend reminiscing.
Oh, I don't ever.
Thinking it's not that I don't have fond feelings for it. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
But it's just not a major
I'm not nostalgic for it at all.
It's not a major going concern in my mind those days.
I don't feel a lot of nostalgia for it at all. I don't feel this longing to go back to it. I feel very happy to have done it, obviously. Mm-hmm. And, I see it as sort of a bit of a foundation for what we're doing now. But yeah, I'm like you. I'm very, very happy about where we are now and the community that we have now. So I'm living in the glorious present, It's great. It's great.
Other stuff that's been happening up on our channel, we have a video with our impressions of Pragmata, which is, I think we're about a month away from that. That's a big game we're going to be playing on our Switch 2 very soon.
Yeah.
Surprise, we like it a lot.
We do.
And we are also, I don't think it'll be out by the time this goes up, but very, very soon after, our Resident Evil Requiem spoiler cast will be up.
Wow.
At long last.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited about that one. I'm in the midst of editing it right now, and I had to pull some footage of one of the most not even one of the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in a video game in my entire life, that I ever had to play in a video game in my entire life. I had to like pull some footage for it, and I was like, okay, just put it in here, move on. I couldn't even look at it. I couldn't even look at it. I couldn't even listen. I turned the sound off. I couldn't.
That's good. Yeah.
I couldn't. I was still traumatized. I was like, editing with like one hand because it's still scary, even though I'm not even playing.
All right, better change the subject fast.
Scary.
If you like our spoiler cast, good news. The April spoiler cast, you will not have to wait long for it, because guess what? Boom! It's about this Mario Galaxy movie. It
is.
And we're going on day one, the first, which is a Wednesday.
Yes.
We're going together, and then we are going,
again
separately.
Yes.
Because I need to see this movie without your commentary in my ear.
God,
who's that?
Yoshi.
Who's that? What happened about? I was like, I can't be seeing a movie with this for an hour and a half. I need to pay attention once. So we're going the weekend, and then we're going to come back and record the spoiler cast, and then boom, it's going to be up.
For the first Mario movie, we both saw it like 3 times, and then we recorded the spoiler cast.
And it's not only those comments, but then it's like popcorn.
I got a bucket.
Popcorn breath, popcorn falling all over the place. That's just why I got to go on the weekend. And we're also vlogging our trip to the movie.
So if you want to watch me eat
the
popcorn.
drama around you getting this popcorn bucket or not, I can't believe what kind of Karen moment might ensue if you don't get the buckets.
I'm gonna upend the buckets. I'm just gonna throw the buckets at people.
We're going to the first showing because we want to see it soon.
Yes.
That might be a lot for people to handle at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you better wake the heck up. It's time for Mario. It's
Mario time.
It's time for Yoshi, okay?
As Mr. Miyamoto used to say.
It's Mario time, okay?
That's when the workday begins, at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's Mario time.
Don't forget that I'm also hatching my Yoshi baby in the vlog.
You don't have that yet?
It's coming.
When's it coming?
March 20th.
It's a coming.
It's a coming.
Soon?
March 20th.
That's pretty soon.
That's very soon.
Oh, that's really
in
soon.
3 days. Today's March 17th. Happy St.
Oh, I didn't realize
Day.
it was that soon. You had a big deal. You're kind of a superstitious person. I don't know if people know this about you.
I just don't want to anger them.
You've been saying for days, like you have to wear green. If you're not wearing green, you're going to get pinched. It's like, I don't care. And I just so happened, I just threw on this shirt. I did so happen to have some green. But are you afraid of some leprechaun like bursting out and like?
I don't want to get pinched. I don't want to anger the leprechauns.
You have a lot of superstitions in your life.
I want the luck of the Irish.
These nonsense rules about how you live your life. The luck of the
I need it. I need the luck of the Irish to get a Yoshi popcorn bucket.
Guess what? Yoshi's also green.
See.
What do you know? Is Yoshi Irish? I don't know.
Yoshi McMario.
Yoshi McYoshi.
Yoshi McYoshi.
If that naming convention is to follow.
Yoshi McYoshi.
No, what was that? No, they had the Yoshi Munchums or something. They did have his actual last name.
Yoshi Munchums?
It was Yoshi.
Mick Munchums?
I don't know. People will know. But it's equally ridiculous.
But it has something to do with eating.
Something with munching, I think.
Oh, that's cute.
Or eating.
I like that for him.
Yeah, if I remember.
I love him so much.
It's too silly to remember.
But I'm going to hatch it.
Okay. Maybe that'll be a reference in the movie.
The name.
The name.
The full name.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, then, yes, great. Can't wait.
Yeah, like Chris Pratt's like, oh, who are you, little fella? And then he hands him like an ID or something. It's like, Yoshi.
It's like a business card?
Munchie something, yeah.
Yeah, Yoshi Munchums or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. All right, we're actually going to get started with some news because there's been so much happening.
Drama.
And there's some drama too. But first, of course, we got to shout out our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Mint Mobile. Are you one of these people that actually likes holding on to their money?
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the traditional big wireless carriers, they really like your money too, and they want to get it.
Yes, they do.
And I checked in a while ago with my previous big wireless carrier, and it was crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I was like, I'm paying how much?
Yeah.
And why am I paying that? What am I getting for this?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Was a ridiculous conversation, which is why it's amazing that you can get a premium wireless plan from Mint Mobile for $15 a month.
You should check
that sounds good.
You should check your bill, honestly, because it could have gotten away from you
without
you knowing, which is exactly what happened to me too, and then I was appalled.
There's like fine print of like, oh, well, this was for the first 3 months, and then it went through the roof. Like, what?
Yeah. This is so simple. You know, Mint Mobile is here to fix all of that. It's super easy.
We got high-speed data. We got unlimited talk, unlimited text on the nation's largest 5G network.
Yeah.
I don't know how that compares with these other, big carriers who are like, well, this is just how it's always been.
Exactly.
You're going to be paying triple digits for this stuff. I don't get it.
Yeah, the best part too is you can like bring over your own phone number and you can set up your eSIM in minutes. It's like super fast.
I'm never changing this phone number ever again.
No, you can't.
At this point?
I won't remember it anymore.
At this point.
And be like, new number, who this?
No.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So so it's super easy. Bring over all your stuff. $15 a month for all these great things. What else could you ask for?
Sounds good to me. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Kit and Krysta. That's mintmobile.com/Kit and Krysta. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5 GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options are available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
We'll put the link right over here with a QR code for you to scan and also in the description below.
Finally, we had a podcast week where the news broke before we recorded.
Thank goodness.
Last week I was a little annoyed.
Yeah.
We had to record it earlier because we were at GDC.
You were really mad.
And then all this stuff happened.
I mean, it didn't really break. I mean, news is breaking daily, so I think it's fine. But you seemed annoyed.
There was a lot that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's start with this new Switch 2 update, which people are loving because this was one that had, like, if you read the notes, it just went on and on and on. Like, oh my gosh, they added so much stuff, and some of it's bigger than others, and some of it has like specific use cases. But the big thing that people are really excited for is this new handheld mode boost.
Yes.
And this seems like great. This is a great thing for you.
I turned this on.
Have you checked this out?
Yeah, I turned this on.
Yeah. So what this is basically you do have to enable this.
Yes.
After the update, this is not on by default, so you need to go into your options.
I did go and enable
find
this.
it, check the box. I'll just read what it says. When enabled, this option causes the performance of Nintendo Switch software while undocked to run as if it were being played in TV mode. This can result in improved visuals, but it may increase the system's power consumption. So sure.
It totally killed my battery.
Is it worse than an actual Switch 2 game?
Probably not, actually.
Yeah, I haven't tried it enough to really test the battery life, but I was like, oh, it couldn't be any worse than what I'm already getting.
You're right.
With those.
It did kill my battery, though, pretty fast.
I mean, this is great because there were a lot of games on the Switch where the performance on a TV and in handheld mode was
kind of different.
Quite different.
Yeah.
The big example that so many people are going around and sharing are the Xenoblade Chronicles games. Specifically 2 seems to be really the poster child for this, where people were really wanting a Switch 2 edition. We're still waiting for that, but this is kind of a good half step. This is kind of the next best thing, because that was one where there was a big step down when you were playing that game in handheld mode. Right. So again, this kind of varies from game to game, but you could get a boost in resolution, you could get a boost in frame rate. There are a lot of good things that could happen.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Some people are worried, like, oh, well, this means they're going to make less Switch 2 editions. I don't know if I feel that way.
I don't think so.
Because this does not cover the totality of the experience.
Right.
And we know that people play these games a lot of different ways. This just feels like a great quality of life thing for them to be able to offer.
It feels like a very, good evolution of hardware improvement, and it feels less like, we're doing this to do less of something else, is more so like we want to just improve the hardware as time passes.
There was some interesting comparison on Xenoblade Chronicles X, comparing the new Switch 2 edition, which still is in kind of a very rocky place.
Yeah, with
the original Switch 1
and enabled
with the handheld boost. And some people were saying, like, I actually prefer the Switch 1 on the handheld boost. Again, makes no difference if you're playing on a TV, because this does nothing if you're on a TV.
Right.
That remains the same.
Right.
But if you're primarily a handheld player, it's like, oh, I got some options.
Yeah, I like this for me, for sure. I definitely enabled this. I definitely, want to keep using this and checking it out and seeing what kind of differences I see.
Nice. Boy, the other thing that happened yesterday
this is a
was
big one.
this reveal from Nvidia, who had their big, I guess this is one of their big events of the year.
Mm-hmm.
They unveiled DLSS 5. And DLSS had been really one of the heroes of the switch to, this first year, where it's like, oh my gosh, this is one of the ways that we're making it possible for these really high-end games to run on a Switch 2.
Right.
That's doing the work of rendering these at higher frame rate, at higher resolutions, or even sometimes frame rates. You're not putting that work on the hardware; it's just kind of happening elsewhere. But with DLSS 5, it's kind of a different thing they are trying to do. So, in their words, here's
NVIDIA's words.
Here's how NVIDIA is saying it. DLSS 5 introduces a real-time neural rendering model that infuses pixels with photoreal lighting and materials, bridging the divide between rendering and reality. DLSS 5 empowers game developers to deliver a new level of photoreal computer graphics previously only achieved in Hollywood visual effects. And I think this last line here is very interesting. Today, DLSS is evolving beyond performance to transform visual fidelity in games. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of my take. Everybody's been reacting to the side-by-sides, and we got a couple of them here, was like, this is kind of going beyond the original scope of the proposition of DLSS, which is like, oh, we'll help you get these better resolutions. Whereas now they're kind of changing
the look,
the
artistic
and the overall
direction,
the overall image of what people are seeing in these games. Like this, I was like, this feels like a fundamentally different thing, than what DLSS had been before.
Exactly. I think that is what people are reacting to, is like the original intention of how something looks in a game now it just looks very different when you run it through the new DLSS 5.
Right. So they did have some example games where they had the kind of before and afters, Resident Evil Requiem,
like
Starfield,
and
Assassin's Creed Shadows. The first two are kind of focused on like a very up-close image of a character.
Image, yeah.
The Assassin's Creed one is interesting because it's more of a Vista-type shot.
Yes.
What was your first reaction when you saw this?
Well, I can see the additional detail. Like, let's just not look at Grace's face right now for a second. I mean, looking at the background, like the lighting is very improved. The detail on that building in the background is improved. So I can see it doing that type of work of like rendering those details and that lighting in better, higher resolution. I think the issue is the face, though, because her face just looks different.
It looks different
from the original, the original intention of what her face is supposed to look like. I think that's where maybe, developers or players may have an issue. It's like, well, that's not how that character is supposed to look. You like face-tuned her,
I mean, that was my first reaction, was like, this looks like an AI video. Like we've all seen those videos. They all have that kind of specific look to them, where like people just look a certain way, and it's like, all right, it took a character, it looked like a video game character, now it looks like a character in an AI video, and that's the same thing for the Starfield
one as well,
as well. So it's just kind of striking. I was like, I'm not sure how much I want to be playing that.
Can they not do? I don't know how this technology works. I'm not versed in this, but like, does it have to do that to the face?
We will get to that.
Okay,
yes.
Well, that's an interesting point. So then that's the faces. Is that it definitely looks like, it just doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. It's clear that it's been filtered in some way, right?
Right. And I've seen some interesting examples specifically with the Resident Evil, and that's the one that people are reacting to the most. Where like people did literally like, because when you look at it, it's like, oh, the shape, her lips look bigger.
Yeah, she looks like she got injections.
But then I've also seen some people do like a side-by-side, like one over the other swap, and it does match pretty faithfully, and I'm assuming that those were not like altered in any way.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just how your eyes and your brain
works.
Read it.
Totally.
This person just looks pretty different than they did before.
I like the more what they're doing with Assassin's Creed, that's cool, I think, because it's really improving, again, the backgrounds, the details, the lighting. That doesn't seem to be as, overtly different than what the faces look like. So
the lighting part is interesting because I don't have enough knowledge of this to know. It's like, is that not something that developers could adjust without this technology? Like,
I have no idea.
Because that's my main takeaway.
It just looks brighter.
It looks brighter.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have some control over that as they're developing the game, but it's like, okay.
It looks brighter and it looks more detailed. Like this one looks very, the one with it off does look very fuzzy and a little bit like, kind of like there's a layer of like soot, like black soot over it. Yeah. Whereas with it on, it just looks very clear and very bright, which it looks nice. I think that looks nice.
The Starfield one is interesting because
the
before one,
it's just bad.
It's ugly. Like that's classic Bethesda faces where it's like this like dead-eyed look kind of thing.
Like very like, sort of dead, like the skin too just looks very
right. So that's been an
plasticky.
interesting debate around that one in particular. It was like, well, I was like, maybe you don't like the new version, but did you really like the old one to begin with?
Yeah. I mean, the old one, this is another conversation where it's like, well, what was the developer's intention, right? That's where it all goes back to.
Right.
What did the developers want you to see? What did the developers want this character to look like?
Right.
If they were just not technologically capable to make this character into what they wanted you to see, and the DLSS is making it so that they can make her into a character that they wanted you to see, then I guess that's okay.
The thing that I find interesting about these examples is they are all using games that have a very realistic art style.
Exactly.
And it's like, what would happen if you put
like
something else?
Hades 2.
Through, sure. Or like, this is a high-end PC thing, but let's say you put like a Mario game through this. Like,
right. What does it look like?
What would that look like?
It's already bright. It's already... there's not that many details to begin with in terms of...
They had some other examples. Like they had some sports games. I thought the sports games looked really nice. As well, that additional layer of kind of just crispness to it. And there was some debate over like, Capcom's going to be mad about this. Well, guess what? They love this. So here's the quote. This is from Jun Takeuchi, who's the executive producer of the Resident Evil series. He said, "At Capcom, we strive to create experiences that feel cinematic, compelling, and deeply believable, where every shadow, texture, and ray of light is crafted with intention to enhance atmosphere and emotional impact. DLSS 5 represents another important step in pushing visual fidelity forward, helping players become even more immersed in the world of Resident Evil." I do wonder if this is going to be analogous to, remember when the Unreal Engine came out, and it was like Gears of War, and a lot of the games just looked like Gears. It was like very brown.
Yeah.
And it just had that look.
Right.
But over time, they learned the system more and was like, and now there's like all sorts of games. Like Nintendo's got some game. It wasn't like Princess Peach Showtime made on the Unreal Engine. Like, I do wonder if it's like, well, this is what we've got now, but as the tool progresses and more people get skilled with it, there's a wider range of outcomes.
Yeah, once again, we're not developers, so we don't know how they're going to be utilizing this tool and what their ultimate vision is at the end of the day. Like, you don't have to accept that vision. It's totally up to the player's prerogative to reject that vision. You can say, like, I like the use of this way, but I don't like it here. Just like I can say, I don't like, Grace Ashcroft having plastic surgery basically and lip injections. I don't really like that, but I like the way Assassin's Creed's backgrounds look. Mm-hmm. Like me as a player, I can say that, but I'm not making this game. So whoever's making this game needs to present, again, like the way that they want their game to be seen. And it's up to us to make a decision on whether or not we like it. But we can't judge them for using a tool.
Well, something we do know now is the launch date for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
We do know the date, but we don't know the price.
It's coming out May 21st. And in a very interesting move, they did not reveal the price in our region, the United States, but they seemingly revealed it in every other region, and it's going to be $60, so which is great.
But is it the $60 in the U.S.? Probably, right?
I've seen all sorts of theories of like, well, they need to, the next round of tariffs might, increase the price of something, or like, I don't know.
It's not even up for pre-order.
No, you can't pre-order it.
Because there's no price.
And I did see like it was getting, the price was getting lumped into some just like roundup news stories. It's like, wait, they actually have not announced the price
That
at all.
was annoying.
So it probably will be $60, but we should probably wait and see before we make these bold proclamations and start the,
I love
the next $90 game fake narrative.
And I love how people immediately were like, they announced the price is $60, and I'm like, where did you see this?
Where's the price?
Where did you see it on the Nintendo website?
Yeah,
it literally does not list the price, and
there.
they're like, I saw it on Twitter.
I looked at all the retailer sites, and they don't have it.
I did too.
Some of these retailers don't even have this game listed yet
because they have no price.
But like they have nothing. If you search Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, like literally nothing comes up.
Maybe they're
like,
waiting.
well, this game's coming out in 2 months. Maybe you should get a page up.
Maybe they're waiting for the price.
So this is kind of how we expected this to go. So we have Pokopia's this month. Next month, Tomodachi.
And
then Yoshi, and then
Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem, or Rhythm Heaven,
or Splatoon Raiders.
Splatoon.
Oh.
We don't have any updates on that. But it does seem
but those
like
are the games we know
we're kind of
in existence.
Marching through this progression of a monthly game before some sort of next reveal of the next wave of things.
This will probably get us through what we know right now. So Yoshi, Tomodachi Life, Fire Emblem, Rhythm Heaven, Splatoon Raiders will probably get us through the full summer, I think.
I don't know. I just don't know about Splatoon Raiders. That one was handled differently and so strangely, and it's been so long since we got any sort of an update. Like I don't know if I should count it in with those other games, or just like, well, that's over there, and
I hope it comes out in the summertime.
they'll handle that some other time. Sure, that'd be awesome.
That's a great summer game.
That'd be awesome.
Are you interested in Yoshi and the Mysterious Book?
I might be. I'd like to see a little bit.
Did you watch this trailer that they had, the little overview trailer?
Yeah, I'd like to
art
see
style is very
a
cool.
little bit more.
It's very cute.
Doesn't seem like people are terribly excited for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're on the daily countdown, the daily watch.
For Mario Titans?
To 3D Mario. Once this movie comes out, they will truly have properly cleared the decks.
Yeah, we've finally cleared the decks. The deck is now definitely cleared.
I've just seen so much nonsense of people like, that could just be one more big surprise before the anniversary ends. It's like, oh yes.
Surely that's what it is.
We'll just squeak that one out, just for funsies.
Don't forget about the daily direct watch. Now we're on to the April direct, the April general
direct. But it's still March.
No, we're on the April general direct.
No, it's still March. It could still happen.
Okay.
Maybe this week? Maybe?
Okay.
Looked at Nintendo Music. Oh wait, they had an update. They had Super Metroid this week. I bet you don't even know that. I bet you don't even know.
All right.
Jeff Kaplan, remember him?
Yes, I do.
He was the ex-Blizzard developer, previously worked on Overwatch. He left Blizzard in 2021. He has resurfaced 5 years later. He was on a
tear.
I don't know exactly what podcast he was on, but the episode was 5 hours long. I don't know anybody.
He had something to say.
How can you podcast for 5 hours?
I can't.
We can barely go 2 hours without our brains shutting down.
Well, if he's talking,
5 hours?
Let him talk, I guess.
That's a really long time.
Give him my microphone and let him talk.
I'm going to suggest that maybe that's too long for a podcast, but he talked about all sorts of things, and he did talk about his exit from Blizzard. I'll just read a quote from him about what went down as he was getting ready to leave. What ultimately broke me in my Blizzard career was that I got called into the CFO's office, and he sits me down and he says, he gives me a date, and he said, Overwatch has to make X amount of money in 2020, and then every year after that, it needs a recurring revenue of X. And then he says to me, if you don't do X dollars, we're going to lay off 1,000 people, and that's going to be on you.
Jeez.
Awesome. And he talked before. This was kind of in Jason Schreier's book, the kind of blunder that was the Overwatch League.
Right.
How that esports thing got spun up and it got really out of control. Where there was like, who needs to buy an NFL team when you can buy an Overwatch League team? That's the way better investment.
Right.
And there were just all these expectations that they were not able to deliver on. That seems to have just kind of poisoned the well for Overwatch in that time frame. It seems like it's maybe now somewhat getting back on track, but it's been a really rocky road since then. I wanted to talk about this because we actually got to hang out with Jeff Kaplan a little bit we talked about this in an early episode of our podcast when we went to Blizzard to do some stuff for the Switch version of Overwatch in a video that was never released because they had their Hearthstone scandal. So everything had to get
lost episode.
shelved. and he was just the nicest guy. He hung out with us for a couple hours. He gave us the Blizzard tour.
The grand tour.
He didn't have to give us the Blizzard tour.
No, he was so cool.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's like literally like the nicest guy ever.
Right, we'd never met him before.
Right,
and
he
he
felt
was
so much hospitality.
Yeah.
Just was like making us feel so welcome there, and it was wonderful.
Interesting that this happened almost exactly 5 years after. So it's like some legal document just expired.
Exactly.
5 years later. What do you know?
Exactly.
And I'm back.
There's more things in the NDA scenes, but there's some things that he probably talked about now.
Yeah.
Where's the Jeff Kaplan book?
Oh, well, he's been busy making a game. And so he had a choice. Write a book or make a game. So the game that he's working on is called The Legend of California. And it is a multiplayer action survival FPS.
Oh, interesting.
And what's interesting is the publisher of this game is Dreamhaven, which is the company which founded by the former CEO of Blizzard, Mike Morhaime. So the Blizzard connection
remains very strong.
Is back. And I watched the trailer. I'm not sure this is necessarily a game for me, but it did look kind of cool. It's kind of got a lot of there's action, there's crafting, there's survival. There's kind of a little bit of everything going on in there.
It's like a Western themed California Gold Rush era type of game.
That's a cool thing.
That's a cool thing.
And I did see that he said that Breath of the Wild was his favorite game ever, so he gets the immediate
stamp of approval
from me.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Nice guy.
We have a news-related question from a Patreon subscriber. This is from Vrail0633. Do you think Nintendo will sue over the use of Wii Sports in the White House Instagram post? So this happened last week. This was a mashup of Wii Sports footage with footage of bombs exploding.
It was horrible.
Everybody's logical mashup of things that just go perfect together.
It was like clicking the Wii menu, and then the footage was like awful footage. It was truly horrific.
Okay. But they've been doing a lot of posts, kind of mashing up game stuff.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I don't know.
Gotta reach that target audience.
Like, what is the strategy? What are we trying to?
What is the strategy?
I don't have a clue. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the question did come up of will Nintendo pursue some sort of action with this? What are they going to do? And I forget what it was, but there was a round of this that happened a few months ago as well, where there was some Nintendo IP that was getting used in some way that they didn't like by the government.
Well, Pokemon keeps getting this too.
It happened to Pokemon
twice
just before this, and they did respond, and they had
they
have
their standard statement where it's like we did not collaborate with them on this.
Right, we were not
affiliated with this, and they are using our IP without our consent, basically.
Right. And again, I forget what the thing was that happened a few months ago, but I think our answer is probably the same, which is like it's kind of iffy to have like a out in the public like
throwdown,
pushback and throwdown
with the White House.
I know people like the ninjas, but I don't know. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
What Nintendo does have though are a lot of lobbyists.
Yeah.
People embedded in Washington whose job it is to kind of like grease the wheels on the like politics side of things, which is like
politics and policies.
Politics, policies. Like I'm not sure how much people know about that, but they do have that, and that's like a major.
Well, the ESA does that stuff.
Yeah, it's a major tool that they have. So I think for them, it's like we will push back as much as we can through that, because getting into a big like ugly public thing where like there probably is an appetite to push back more of like, oh, you want to get into a big like slap fight on Maine, like I don't think Nintendo wants to do that.
No, it's kind of embarrassing on both
it's a bad look.
Parties, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they do have sort of like behind the scenes ways of influencing things that go on in the government. There's a whole department that basically it's like corporate affairs, which they do sort of this type of government work. They work really closely with those lobbyists. They're like really embedded in there. So yeah, they're doing more than you think. Like when there's like stuff around like video game violence and like things like that. That's what the job of those lobbyists are.
Right.
To affect those policies. So they'll probably work through those angles.
Yes. All right, almost time for the Super Mario Galaxy movie discussion. But first, we have another sponsor to shout out. This episode is sponsored by Notion. Notion is a connect workspace for teams that brings all your notes, docs, and projects into one space that just works. It's seamless, flexible, powerful, and actually fun to use. You spend less time switching between tools and apps and more time creating great work. And now with Notion's new custom agents, the busy work that used to take hours or never actually happened at all runs itself. You told me that you had a fun little Notion project going on.
I do. I have been doing my meal planning, menu planning in Notion, which has been really cool. I didn't know that that was even possible.
Are you about to get your Michelin star for your menu?
I hope so. I think so. With Notion, maybe yes. But I have been on a cooking kick lately. Yeah. I recently got this like pasta maker, which I was telling you about. But what that requires is very precision measurements for like the dough and stuff. So I've been using my Notion to like track all of that, track all my menu planning. It's been really nice. It's been really organized. Wonderful. In the kitchen of me.
That's good. And that's where Notion is really handy, is like automating these very repetitive or time-intensive things. Before we talked about like how we were like tallying up a lot of our Game of the Year stuff at the end of last year through Notion. Like it's just nice to know like, all right, I can actually spend the time on the thing that I enjoy doing.
Exactly.
Versus again, like who knows what like how many grams of flour for this one. It's like that gets really tedious and boring and not super fun when you're there to do something that you enjoy.
Right.
Notion is used by over 50% of Fortune 500 companies and you.
And me.
There we go.
And me.
That's all you need to know.
In my kitchen.
That's all you need to know. Perfect. Try custom agents now at notion.com/KitandKrysta. That's all lowercase letters. Notion.com/KitandKrysta to try custom agents today. And when you use our link, you are supporting our show. Notion.com/KitandKrysta.
We'll put the link right over here with a QR code for you to scan and also in the description below.
All right, let's talk about the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
How exciting.
It sounds like we're getting hyped.
We're so hyped. I'm so
Are you more or less hyped? It's interesting to compare this movie and the first movie.
Yeah.
More or less hyped then versus now.
I think the first movie, we just didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time they were making. And I feel like I was a little bit less hyped because I was scared to get hyped.
You were less hyped last time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like kind of scared to get hyped because I thought that what if it wasn't good? And what if I get disappointed?
Yeah.
You know, because I was like nervous. I mean, I wasn't as nervous going into it because we had already seen many trailers and everything was looking really good and we were already feeling better. But it was nerve-wracking because you're like, oh my gosh, Chris Pratt, is he going to be able to handle 2 hours of Chris Pratt? Is he going to be okay? You know, there was a lot of unknowns going into it. So this time I'm like super extra hyped because I had so much fun watching that first movie, and that movie still super holds up for me. I literally watch it like all the time, and I still really love it. So I can't imagine how they could like mess this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm more hyped because I feel like it can only get better.
That's interesting because I kind of feel the opposite. Where I think my hype was greater for the first one.
Okay.
And it kind of took me a while to get going with this one. And I think the other time, the first time around, I just had to get over the hump of it. Like just like you, is it going to be bad? But I think I got over that pretty early, and I believed and I bought in.
Okay.
And from then it was just like, yes, give me more of this. And I think it does mean something that was the first time around, and you know we haven't had a proper Nintendo movie. You could say ever, if you
don't count the bad ones.
Depending on how you feel about the stuff that happened before. So it just felt like maybe a bigger moment versus like, oh, we're doing it again. And who knows, like this movie might be bigger and better, but just kind of like there's that first time factor.
Yeah, you never
it's
get
hard to discount.
You never get the first time back. It's the first time it has that like newness that you just can't recapture, right? With any sequel.
I want to see if we can piece together what we can piece together of the story of this movie. Because we've had 3 trailers and other little odds and ends of clips, and there are some sequences you can kind of make out some of the sequencing, but there's some other stuff where it's a bit fuzzier for me.
True, and there's some big questions as well in terms of where in the universe of Mario, in the galaxy of Mario, this is going to take place.
Exactly. So it seems, I think Yoshi is kind of an important like milestone in all of
Yeah.
this. So like, where does Yoshi come into play? But it seems like Yoshi happens pretty early.
That's my takeaway as well.
Where
like,
there was that scene of them on the motorcycles in Toast Arena where they find Yoshi.
Yeah.
I think that actually happens like really early in the movie.
I think so too. I think that probably is like within the first like 5-10 minutes of that movie, like the opening scene.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Yoshi then is going to be a prominent character
that's
with them the whole time.
It's not like, oh, you only get 15 minutes of Yoshi. It's
I
like,
would
no,
be
I want an hour and a half of Yoshi.
so disappointed.
I want an hour and a half.
Yeah, and we already know Mario and Luigi are going to be together this whole time on
Yes.
that adventure together. And I think Yoshi's going to be the third.
Yes.
In terms of like general beats of the story, my takeaway from watching the trailers is like Bowser is still small,
Right.
and kind of trapped or imprisoned
Yeah.
in his little thing.
Yeah.
And Bowser Jr. is coming to save his dad and is like kind of the quote villain. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And does some crazy stuff and zaps the castle to
Independence Day style.
Independence Day style.
Yeah.
Will Smith
Nukes Peach's castle?
Yeah,
What?
I know, right? Some crazy stuff. And then zaps it away, and then that's when they go into the galaxy
space.
part of it.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I'm thinking like middle of the movie or middle endish, Bowser is no longer small because he ends up with Bowser Jr.
Let's go through it in greater detail. So again, just looking at the scenes that we have seen. Again, there's the Toast Arena stuff where they get Yoshi. We think that's early on. Then there are scenes of Mario, everybody together at Peach's castle.
Right.
And that the castle is still intact.
Right,
So
still in the Mushroom Kingdom.
It has not been nuked yet. So that seems like that's maybe next. Of like, oh, look who we found. We found this guy Yoshi. Isn't he cute? The thing that there seems to be some mechanic where before the castle gets attacked, Peach and Toad leave. Because they when it goes down and Bowser Jr. shows up, they don't seem to be involved in that. So there's some reason for them to leave the castle before that all happens.
Yeah.
Then Bowser Jr. shows up, destroys the castle. I think Bowser is like kind of, he might be back then.
So he gets freed by Bowser
Because
Jr.
we have seen footage of proper big Bowser.
Exactly.
So.
And he's like with Bowser Jr. with all of the sort of the villains.
Full size.
And they're all like commanding their like troops.
Because that was a question we had early on of like, how much tiny Bowser are we getting? Like that might be, like that has some opportunities.
Did you see the tiny popcorn bucket?
Yes. Are you getting that too?
You should get that.
It holds like one kernel
It
or
has
something.
3 kernels.
That'd be $30, please. Thank you.
No, it's still 50.
Yeah, so that's an interesting question of like, at what point in the movie does Bowser become back to normal? Because it's like, oh, was Bowser actually just the villain all along, and Bowser Jr. is kind of along for the ride?
Yeah.
Clearly, how did Bowser Jr. get this like spaceship to?
And also like his like little space powers where he gets transformed.
The wonder like Terminator juice or whatever. Like, how did that happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to find out.
Exactly. And then Rosalina.
So, after Bowser Jr. destroys the castle, it seems like there's 2 kind of simultaneous adventures that are happening, where Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi are on one adventure doing stuff, and then elsewhere, Peach and Toad are doing their own things, and that's where we see like the scene from the Mario 2 casino.
Yeah,
that's all Peach and Toad. So I don't think the other trio even will be there.
I think they split up into 2
and that's
things.
That's a storytelling device that I like. Being able to boom, boom, boom between...
The flip between the action, right?
That's a classic Star Wars move.
That's a keep it fresh.
Yes.
You keep it moving, yeah.
I can't recall if they had that in your beloved Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars Episode 9.
I'm sure they did.
Some of us, of us long-term Star Wars fans know that's a great plot device. So, there is then... We've seen footage of like... The Bowser squad, the bad guys fighting Rosalina. I don't know how Rosalina gets injected into this story.
Right.
That's a huge question that I have about this story.
Yeah.
Where does she come into play? I don't know.
Yeah. Where does she come into play? What about those Lumas? She's clearly very powerful, so maybe she is needed to fight the final boss, whoever that may be, Bowser as a robot or something, whatever, I don't know.
A Robo Bowser.
Space Robo Bowser sounds kind of neat. I don't know, I have no idea. But yeah, it sounds like she might be tasked to basically like fight the final boss because she's probably the most powerful out of all of them.
Right. There's probably some point where everybody converges and then there's a big fight and they win in the end.
Yeah.
But
then what happens? happens to them at the end?
I think we have a much clearer picture of the first half of the movie versus the second half. And again, that begs the question of like, are we only getting a half movie's worth of Rosalina in the Mario Galaxy movie? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
In terms of the story, in terms of expectations, the first movie did get criticized it's a very straightforward story. It moves
very
fast,
light story.
lean on the story beats.
Yes.
Should people expect more from this movie?
Or is it going to be just an Easter egg hunt for 1 hour and 50 minutes?
It has a very short runtime. I think it's
less than 2 hours,
a couple. I think it's 1:35 or something.
Yeah, something
so
like
it's
that.
a few minutes longer than the first one, but
not by much. It's not like
This is not Avengers.
It's not like Snyder cut, like 8 hours, Miyamoto cut.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Miyamoto cut
I would
though.
like
It's
that.
just all Pikmin.
Yeah,
It's 1 hour and 38
actually a
minutes
Pikmin
of the
movie.
Mario Galaxy
It's
movie
actually
and
a
like
Pikmin movie.
3 hours of Pikmin.
right.
3 hours of Close to You. Anyhow, I don't feel like, and I'm not really expecting this, nor do I think I even want it. Like, I'm okay with it being a more. I mean, it sounds like they're gonna have plenty of characters and plenty of like action, plenty of fun scenes. But story-wise, I don't expect it to be like some groundbreaking thing. I don't expect like, here comes, the Oscar for some kind of like, moving film about the Mushroom Kingdom, So yeah, I don't think I'm expecting that, but I don't think that's what these movies are either. These movies are like fun, like, bubbly, action-packed. Like you don't need it, in my opinion.
I agree. I think if you did not like that aspect of the first movie, unfortunately, it's probably going to be more of the same.
It's probably going to be more.
It moves really fast. It goes boom, boom, boom. It's all
different
these
locations,
characters and references and locations.
Yeah.
And like there's maybe like one or two kind of more quiet moments where you get some like little very short monologue or something, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
I don't think they had no need to upend the formula that worked so well.
It made $1 billion
for the first movie.
So no.
Yeah. This point about it is the Mario Galaxy movie, but we've seen a lot of things that are not Galaxy.
Yeah.
I just want to know how you're feeling. I think you like the Galaxy setting in general, maybe a little bit more than I do. How are you like? Oh, I'm gonna be robbed of my opportunity with Galaxy. Like, what do you feel?
It's kind of weird because like it is interesting, and I'm still like grasping onto the early kind of rumor mill part of this where we thought it was a Super Mario World movie because of Yoshi, right?
Yes.
And the more I see like trailers and footage, the more of it being just like kind of general mashup. There's Mario 2, obviously, that's very, very much, there's references to Mario 3, like Luigi's in the frog suit, whatever.
A lot of Odyssey we've seen.
A lot of Odyssey. Definitely Galaxy too, but it just doesn't seem to be like, we're just in the Galaxy.
Right.
It just seems to be like lots of Mario references from lots of Mario things across the Mario universe. And if that's what it is, that's fine. Probably shouldn't call it a Super Mario
You will
Galaxy
not be
movie.
disappointed if that's the case?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you only get 40 minutes with Rosalina?
No, I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
I'd rather have Yoshi, honestly, than Rosalina.
I think you're getting plenty of Yoshi.
People are going to come after me for that,
Yeah.
but she's like not my favorite. I don't like her as much.
Rank Daisy, Peach, and Rosalina.
Probably Daisy, Rosalina, Peach.
These days, Daisy's number one for me.
Daisy's number one for
by
me
a
too.
lot. By a lot.
That's why we can't let her die. We gotta buy Mario Tennis.
She's sick.
We gotta buy Mario Tennis. I don't have $70.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do really like Daisy. I want her to be all right.
Daisy's
Pauline
laps
like
on her
Pauline
health
too.
insurance.
I actually think Daisy, Pauline.
Can you lump? How are you lumping Pauline?
I don't know. She's
She's a mayor,
so
not a princess.
okay. She's not princess. All right, she's a
We're ranking ladies, or like what are we doing?
well, that's a lot of ladies.
She's my top dame.
Oh, she's a boss girl.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
Boss of that city. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I would be disappointed. Although they probably shouldn't have named it the Super Mario Galaxy movie if it's going to be just general Mario stuff.
Yeah.
Why not just call it the Super Mario Brothers movie 2?
Right.
I don't know. Who cares?
This is a question
semantics.
that I haven't, and I don't think, again, I'm more into the broad Mario stuff than specifically Galaxy.
Sure.
So I really like all of the other things that they're doing.
Yeah.
I have heard and I agree with some of the concerns of like, well, what are you going to have left for future movies if you just include it all here?
There's a lot of Mario.
I mean, there is a lot, but it's like, hey, maybe some of these things you can do more with those than just like a quick 2-minute little blow through.
Maybe they're just doing a little blow through now, and they can go back to those locations or go deeper on something later. Like it's
Sure.
Just because you show it once for 2 minutes doesn't mean it's like off the table forever.
Yeah. But this is one of the big questions I have is like, will it properly earn the name of the Mario Galaxy? And not just because you end up in space and she's there.
Exactly.
There's a Luma.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they shouldn't have named it that though. But like I wouldn't care either way. Like I don't care.
Right. But it does seem, I do think there are like the hardcore Galaxy fanatics who maybe might be a little disappointed if it doesn't pay that off.
Of course. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
I want to talk about villains. We know Wart's here.
A wart.
Luis Guzman.
Don't be confused
Shout out
with
to Luis Guzman. Huh?
Don't confuse Wart with King with what's his face.
Why would I? King K. Rool hasn't been relevant in a video game for 20 years. Moving
doesn't
on.
exist.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
Spoilers.
So I think that's maybe a little underrated, that scene in the last trailer with full-size Bowser, because
Yeah.
up until that point, it
We were
was
like,
just like...
who's the villain?
Oh,
Is it Bowser
it's,
Jr.?
It's all Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
And I was starting to get a little concerned about Bowser Jr. carrying a whole movie as a villain. What is your take on the villains in this movie?
Well, I mean, yes, I was very curious about that because Bowser has such a huge, no pun intended, presence.
And you have the perfect actor to play.
And I need the Jack Black, the crazy voices and the faces and the whatever. So it did seem a shame if Bowser wasn't like, more prominent. He's just like just tiny and that's it. And then we just get Bowser Jr. So it does seem like Bowser is back or comes back in his proper form. So I guess maybe the true villain is like the tag team between Bowser and Bowser Jr. Is that maybe potentially the idea here?
I know there's a lot of Bowser Jr. fans out there. I'm just not one of them.
You don't like Bowser Jr.
I'm not even neutral on Bowser Jr. I don't like Bowser Jr. I like Koopalings.
Oh.
And I would be very happy if it just turned out like, oh, it's Bowser again. I would love that. I think that would be great.
Robo Bowser.
Yeah. If it was, and again, if it's like a little bit at the beginning of like, oh, Bowser Jr. found a way to get powerful and get his dad back, great.
Yeah, maybe his role was just to get Bowser back.
Fine.
It's, like free Bowser. From
the prospect of a full movie where Bowser Jr. is this big villain and we're like, oh, we got to pull out the big guns, we got to pull out Rosalina to take out Bowser Jr., give me a break.
That doesn't track.
No.
We think Rosalina can do more than that. That's why I think it's Robo. It's going to be some kind of robot.
What are you going on with these robos?
I don't know. I just kind of feel
Mecha
like
Bowser?
there's
Like
gonna be
what?
some big
It's
monster.
going to be a big like Gundam battle.
Yeah,
in space.
with Rosalina.
Okay.
I don't know why I think this, but I kind of do.
Gundam Rosalina.
Someone's getting big. Someone's getting big. You know what I want?
Bowser's small, now he's big. See?
I want the cat
contrast.
Bowser.
Huh?
Cat.
Big cat Bowser.
I love Cat Bowser.
Okay, that might be a different movie.
That might be a different movie though. But we already got Cat Mario last time.
We did.
So you never know.
Yeah.
They would throw anything out there.
Yeah.
Cat Bowser's pretty cool though.
One of the things that's exciting about these movies is all of the references and the hidden things, and I think that was honestly, like if you think of how did that movie make $1.3 billion, repeat views from people like us. Who
I
are
watched
like,
it 3 times in
I want to
theaters.
see another layer of things I might have missed. But I want to ask a philosophical question. It's like, why is there so much excitement around just that aspect of the movie?
Because it's nostalgic.
You just see it and you shout it out.
It's kind of like playing a game of I Spy.
Sure.
Like interactively.
Yeah.
But there's a very nostalgic quality to it, I think. And I think it super worked.
What if it's, I mean, it doesn't have to be something old though.
No.
It's like, oh, this got translated to the movie.
You're nostalgia for the game that you just played.
Sure.
But it's like that thing where and I think maybe this won't work as well for the second movie. We'll see when we get,
Oh, it's going to work.
Maybe it will. I don't know.
It's going to work.
Maybe it will. But for the first movie especially, it was like really smart of them to set it up that way because, it's true. It's like the first time a big proper movie was made for Mario, and like everyone has all these expectations. Everybody grew up with Mario in all these different ways. So yeah, jam-pack that thing full of Easter eggs so that everyone has something in there that they connect with. And that's what we all did, right? We all like went through that movie and we like all squealed at different times and pointed out different things and oh my gosh, did you see that? Because you all have like a certain level of nostalgia towards those things. Like now that this is the second one, people kind of expect that though, you know? So that might be something that people are looking forward to. That might be something, but it's not going to be as surprising as the first movie, you know?
Well,
so
they're already playing it up again. Look at this image of that. I mean, how many is this? Like, well, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I think there's 35 characters right there. And these are all deeper cuts. Like, there's Mouser. You were asking me, like, why is Rob here? Rob's not in the movie. Like, what, excuse me? Yes, he is.
Rob is here.
We got Rob on set, too. Look at the Easter eggs on our set. Oh, my gosh.
Mainly all the things in here appear.
I like this bow tie Koopa with the card shark.
The card shark
dealer.
Koopa,
the dealer.
dealer.
Some great,
yeah.
But everybody's got their favorite.
I like Monty Mole.
I think...
Charge and Chuck.
Man, look at Wart. Wart looks really good. There's just like...
Oh, that's Guillermo from Galaxy.
I think you just feel seen, like knowing like my fandom has been reflected in this thing.
Totally.
They didn't just put it through the DLS5 and hit the button. You know, there's...
Maybe they did. Hollywood has the premier DLS5.
They got something else.
That's better than DLS5.
We made this an Unreal Engine. I think we've just seen so many takes on this where they kind of didn't get the source material that it's just like, oh, they are actually paying this off. They are actually going the extra mile. I think it's curious, though, when it's seen as this like one or other of like either you can have a good story or you can have Easter eggs. You can't have both. Like I don't think the Easter eggs are hindering whatever they want to do in storytelling. That's like something that's in the background.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily
some people's take is like they spent more time on the Easter eggs and developing a more like deeper story. But I would argue this movie doesn't need a deeper story. This is just like it's like a frothy little movie. Like watch it, laugh, have a good time, laugh at the one-liners, and call it a day. Like we don't need to like do the TED Talk think piece on the Mario Galaxy.
It's not the Xenoblade Chronicles movie.
No, that one we will need a good story, not just Easter eggs.
However, new characters. So. Charlie, so they've ramped up the promotional machine. The cast is out. They're doing interviews. They're doing stuff. They're doing Charlie Day, the voice of Luigi, said this. You know as well as anyone that if I gave any Mario secrets away, they would chopper in and pull me out of there. Oh. But yes, there are people in the movie that are not in the trailer. There are a million spoilers that are not in the trailer.
Well, obviously.
And... Again, 35 characters here. That's a lot. It's not a million, though.
Who's doing the voice for Rob?
Rob may not have a voice. So I want to go through just some of these are like fan theories. Some of these are just reasonable questions to ask about things we have not seen, characters that may or may not be in this.
Yeah.
Starting with a major omission from the first movie. Is Donkey Kong in this movie?
I know the Kong Kingdom such...
What?
The Kong Kingdom was such a big part of the first movie.
I was on pins and needles. I thought you were going to reveal some new information I hadn't seen.
Oh, no.
And then you said absolutely nothing.
Why would I know anything?
well, you know the Kong Kingdom was in the first movie. I know that!
What would you expect? What a weird thing to say.
You'd seen something new.
But I do think Donkey Kong's in this movie.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't think we can omit Donkey Kong.
Because I think if he is, it's intentional that we've not seen him.
Baby Pauline in this movie?
Do you think
Is little girl Pauline in this movie? Just kidding.
No, I don't. So the rumors are out that there's a Donkey Kong movie as kind of down the line from this.
This is the post-credit scene.
Okay, that's interesting.
Set that up.
Then
the next movie is a Donkey Kong movie, not a Mario movie.
That I hadn't thought about that. That's interesting. Or again, there seems to be this gathering at Peach's Castle where people scatter to the wind. You know, maybe you see him like, oh, everybody's here, everybody's having a good time, and then things go bad, and it's like, oh, we got sucked into this portal, you're sucked into that portal, you're gone. I do think it would be a little odd if we didn't see him at all, especially...
He was a huge part of the last movie.
Especially if you want to set up this next movie, it's like, and he wasn't in the last movie you saw at all.
Yeah, that's weird.
They need to keep doing work to build
It's
this character
like a
back
Marvel
up.
universe. They need to continue to spotlight the characters they care about.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed, and I think it would be a misstep if we did not see Donkey Kong at all. I really like your post-credit scenes idea, though.
They're eating shawarma. Donkey Kong, Mario, Yoshi especially, eating shawarma in the post-credit scene, and it's like the Donkey Kong movie. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, interesting. Okay, now let's get a little bit more fantastical here. This has been a topic
This is a very
for several
strange
weeks.
topic. Why is this on here?
Is Fox McCloud in the movie?
No.
So people have really latched on to this single frame where it looks like on the left-hand side you can see like the back arm shoulder of a figure that people have decided is Fox McCloud.
That doesn't look like Fox
Is Fox
McCloud to me.
Is Fox McCloud in the movie?
I'm going to say no. That doesn't look like Fox McCloud to me. Does it look like Fox McCloud to you?
If Fox McCloud was in the movie, I do think it's a little curious that they would even include his shoulder in this, because that's like a major discussion point versus the actual content of the movie. I will say though, I would not be shocked if he was in the movie, but maybe not in the way that you think. I don't think this is setting up some Smash Brothers interconnected universe, the Nintendo cinematic
multiverse.
Universe. I think it's just one of many fun references that they might throw
Easter egg
to the movie. Of like, oh look, there's Rob, there's Ward. Oh sure, we got who's another character who flies around in space? Fox McCloud. He showed up too. Why not? It would be I don't know.
I wouldn't like that.
Tonally, it might be a little bit weird.
Tonally,
We've already thrown in a Pikmin. Miyamoto's just calling his own number here.
I know, he's like, we gotta make this a thing, guys. We gotta make this a thing.
This is my last chance.
Ooh, dire. It's Fox McCloud holding a Pikmin.
Yeah.
I really hope this doesn't happen, because that's all tacky.
You know who's a big robot? Andros. Andros could show up and be a big
polygon
phase. Wow, wow, wow.
Who's gonna be like to Rosalina?
So, again, just to restate my position, if he shows up, I wouldn't be shocked, but I think it's just one of many random, perhaps throwaway references versus setting up some Star Fox movie. I think that's very
far-fetched,
unlikely.
Yeah,
and a little
that I think would be going a step too far in terms of references.
Yeah, it might be.
It's not part of the Mushroom Kingdom.
It might be, and for him to be so front and center in this gathering of characters, I think is also
that's weird,
tonally strange. But that's me.
Yeah, that's
so weird. I want to talk about post-credit scene, because in the first movie, the post-credit scene gave us Yoshi.
And we see it here?
A very clear reveal for Yoshi. You just suggested a Donkey Kong post-credit scene, setting up some sort of Donkey Kong-specific adventure for that movie. Any other scenarios you want to throw out there?
Yeah, what other post-credit scenes?
One that is getting widely discussed is Wario as a potential new villain reveal for some third movie.
Sure.
I think this would be awesome.
I think so too. That would be great.
I think Wario is one of the most underutilized, underrated characters that Nintendo has.
Yeah.
I think a movie with Wario as the villain, like that could actually work.
Here's the close-up scene. Here's the post-credit scene with Wario.
Farts.
You zoom in on a butt.
Yes. I'm in already.
And then it's like bouncing and like kind of tooting a little bit. And you're like, what is that? It's very like, what is the physics of this? What's going on here? And it zooms out and he's sitting on a motorcycle and he just peels out.
But he farts first.
With a fart cloud. And then behind.
Fart plume.
Fart plume.
Yes.
And then he throws our garlic clove over his shoulders. You only see him from the back.
Sounds cool.
And that's the end.
It's pretty cool.
Do you love that? Let me direct the next movie.
I'd be really excited if they did this, honestly.
I think that'd be awesome. He's not in this movie, right?
Well, you mean not in the pre-credits portion of the movie?
No.
Again, I think that's a pretty big reveal. Seems like they got plenty going on in this movie already.
Charlie Day said.
I don't think they need that.
There are a million spoilers.
Unless he's just a face in the crowd or something. I don't know.
A million spoilers.
You could do some crazy celebrity casting.
Is Daisy in this movie? No.
Probably not.
Daisy maybe in the next movie.
Yes.
The Wario next. Daisy and that would be good. That would be a good next movie.
Introduce Wario and Daisy. You're set for the next.
And
movie.
then you can have some sort of romance between like Luigi
love triangle?
Daisy. Oh. That would be real cute. The other post-credit scene potential would be like a Luigi's Mansion kind of situation.
Yeah.
Which we've all been predicting for a while.
That'd be a good movie too.
Like some sort of big like King Boo reveal. Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay.
As like the next villain.
Not a character, but I do want to ask, will there be any scenes in the real world, back in New York?
Yeah, see, I don't think so.
That's a shame.
I know. I think we lost New York. New York is gone. I mean, like, in the Mario movie, not in, like, life. But, like, I think we're never going back to Brooklyn.
Never?
Never.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm sorry.
They did such a good job with that.
I know. We want to eat the spaghetti and we want to run around and go to the pizza place.
That's a real shame.
But I don't think it's happening. I think, like, you know, at the end of the last movie, they're like, we live here now. So I think that's where the movie starts, when they're, like, in the little, like, Mushroom Kingdom house together. Get a call. Go to Toast Arena to investigate the thing that's in the cave, and it's a Yoshi.
Okay.
But I think that's where the movie opens. I don't think we see any Brooklyn. I don't think we see those parents anymore. I don't think we see anybody anymore.
Man.
Yeah. Moved out.
It's hard for me to argue with that.
And then we're in the Mushroom Kingdom.
They don't have the time for this.
And then we're in space. You got 1 hour and 30 minutes. You don't even have a second to go to Brooklyn.
I hope at some point we return there, whether it's this movie or at some point in the future.
Yeah.
I would really like that.
Yeah.
But fine.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Fine. You just ripped my heart out. Fine.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any other bold predictions? You've been really on fire here with the predictions. Anything else you want to put out there? I want to talk about the music, because I think they're...
What kind of tracks are...
Well, my bold prediction is they're going to get a better balance of the actual Mario music.
No more aha.
Versus, there probably will still be some licensed music. And I'm not against I don't want to say that, there cannot be any licensed music, but I just think they didn't always use it to the greatest effect, and they sometimes used it to the detriment of actual music. Did you see... So, people found the original version of that scene where they're driving into the island with the Mario. You didn't like that.
I didn't like that at all. That was not exciting. That did not match with the...
That was not exciting?
That did not match the Kong with the white, like, 80s blazer with the rolled up. That did not match his vibe. That wasn't good. I didn't like that. What is, like, the most popular song that talks about galaxies?
Oh. Or about space in general.
Space, yeah. Rocket Man, Elton John,
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
The kids love David Bowie.
I like David. The kids like Elton John.
Kids love
Man,
Elton John. Gen Z consultant Krysta Yang is here to say that the kids love Elton John and David Bowie.
Kendrick Lamar is going to do a diss track in the Mario Galaxy movie. Yeah. No, just kidding.
No, Kendrick Lamar is going to do a new version of Rocket Man by Elton John.
Oh,
that's what he's going to do.
Oh, I like that.
That's what he's going to do. Yes.
I like it. Okay, perfect.
But do you have any other bold predictions?
No.
No, you don't care.
I do care. I care
deeply. So let's talk about some dollars and cents.
Okay.
Will this boost the sales of games after this movie comes out?
It's pretty interesting.
Or is it just like this is its own thing? There's a lot of merch for this.
They did see that happen last time, though.
Yes.
The movie boosted the game sales like significantly. So they do have those two
the Galaxy games,
yes. The remakes. They have Mario Wonder also, like very soon.
They got those new amiibos. I actually did see, I was at a store over the weekend, and I did see they actually have new signage for the Galaxy games up. Like they're ready to capitalize on this.
I think they will.
So I think that's an absolute yes, and in a pretty big way. And no, there is no like new game, but it's like you're going to get a huge boost across the board.
This is why you need to put Donkey Kong in that movie, even but for a second. So you can put the Bonanza box next to it and be like, look.
Yeah, they're not.
Look.
They're not done with Donkey Kong getting that up to where it needs to be.
No, they just started this.
If they're going to actually do a movie, like they've got a lot of work still to go.
They just started. The other thing that they can do too is Mario Kart World, because it's like ensemble characters and they have so many of those little
There's so many things. Yes.
Yeah, like that could really boost all that stuff, you know?
So let's look at what this movie's competition is in terms of other movies.
Yeah.
And interesting so this movie Hoppers. Have you seen this?
Crazy good. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to.
So that came out on March 6th. And that's
it's like breaking all sorts of records.
Probably still going to be in theaters to some degree.
Yeah, but it's not like new anymore.
No, but it is another
animated,
another choice for people like, I'm in the mood for, if you've got like kids or something,
yeah.
like what animated movie are we going to go see?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think for the first movie there was like kind of nothing really like it at that time. So Hoppers I think is still something.
And it's the reviews for that movie is like crazy high, and I think they broke a bunch of box office records.
I saw that. You've not seen it though.
I have not seen it. I've watched like a couple of trailers.
Is this Pixar?
Pixar.
Okay.
It's like Pixar's back.
So
guys.
it's depressing. Got it.
Pixar's back. I don't hope not. It doesn't look like it is.
For a different audience group, Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, is out on May 8th.
Okay, so that's
there's really not in April. There's not a lot of like direct competition.
Good for them.
For the movie.
Yeah, good for them.
And I do think they want this to have a long life before they move on to the next phase of how are we getting the most out of this.
Yeah, I mean this movie.
That's good for them.
Do the thing and come to streaming and all that stuff.
Exactly, all of that.
It'll live for a long time.
Right. Later on in May, The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's May 22nd, and then Toy Story 5 is June 19th. But by then, I think
it's like
this
probably streaming.
It's like if you're still in theaters by June 19th, you've done something really right.
Dang, that's a long time.
That's super long.
There's no way.
They probably will.
They'll move it to streaming.
They'll have pulled it by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Mandalorian. I'm worried about that Mandalorian movie.
Oh my.
I'm real worried about that.
As
somebody who really
could go off the rails.
As somebody who really likes Star Wars, I'm really worried about it.
I'm very, very concerned about the overexposure of that poor franchise, Mandalorian.
Well, I haven't seen anything from it in like 3 years.
I know, but the last part
Been
of it,
nothing.
the last bit was bad.
Our last memory was poor.
It was very poor.
Yeah.
But they really found a window,
Yeah, and they moved up the release date by a few days, which is great because
you get more of the weekend.
You can
sales.
get a longer weekend.
Yeah.
I think that's
it's also Easter weekend, right?
There's Easter coming up. There's I think that's around like when kids go on spring break. Like
that's like the perfect window for them.
They were very smart at picking a good date.
Yeah.
And now they can say like, our opening weekend, you can slice it and dice it. Like, we got the 5-day weekend, we got the 3-day weekend.
Right.
We got all this stuff.
And also Easter with the Yoshi eggs.
Perfect.
So cute.
All right. So something that was notable about the first movie was it really did get poor reviews from like the traditional
the critics.
movie critics.
Yes.
So on Rotten Tomatoes, it got a 59 compared to a 95% score from the audience. On Metacritic, it got a 46 compared to an 81 from the audience.
Exactly.
I want you to try and predict the Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic scores for the Mario Galaxy movie.
It's going to be more of, like, the problems that these critics had with this movie, they're going to have the same problems. Again, it's not going to be like, this in-depth emotional story. You're not getting that in the Mario Galaxy movie. So I don't think the scores are going to be that different from the critics. I feel like we're looking at maybe a smidge higher, just because maybe they're like more used to what this is.
They've been exposed to the phenomenon. They've seen like, maybe there is something to appreciate.
There's something
here.
positive to appreciate here. I'm going to say 63 Rotten Tomatoes score, and maybe like in the 50s for Metacritic.
I agree. I think it's going to be mostly a replay of what happened the first time, where there is
the audience score is going to be ridiculously
high. There is this huge gulf between what a traditional critic says and what the regular movie goer says.
Right.
But I do think it'll be a little bit higher, but not a lot. I think it's like on Rotten Tomatoes, I could see that getting up to maybe like 65.
In the 60s,
and who knows, like maybe up to 60 on Metacritic, but not probably beyond that.
Yeah, but I think the audience score is going to be really high on both, because it's going to be super fun and people are going to love it.
Yes.
And they're going to be watching it 4 or 5 times to look at Easter eggs.
So the big question we want to ask at the end of this discussion is it going to make more or less money than the first movie, which stopped the box office run at $1.36 billion. So let me give you some facts and figures here. For the original movie, the 3-day gross domestic was $146 million. The 5-day domestic gross was $204 million. The 5-day international gross was $377 million.
My goodness.
And for comparison, the Minecraft movie total came in at $961 million. Dang. And now we have these reports from Deadline that the Galaxy movie is forecasted to get a $160+ million
opening
for the U.S. box office. That is the 3-day number. Mm-hmm. So that would be higher than the
Than
first
the
movie.
first one. But will it have the longevity?
Is it going to make a penny less or more than $1.36 billion?
I've always said it was going to make the same amount. Like
same.
I think it's gonna hit $1 billion again.
Okay. Well, this is well past $1 billion.
This is past $1 billion, but I think it will hit $1 billion. I think it's gonna make probably around the same. Maybe a smidge lower, tiny
give or
bit
take
lower.
the same. That's fine.
But give or take the same.
Okay.
I really don't think. I think they got the formula down.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had a prediction on this at the start of the year.
You did. You said
and
less.
And I need to stick to it, which is going to be less. And I still think it can definitely get over $1 billion, but I don't see it getting over $1.36 billion.
That's pretty
We'll
crazy.
see. It could be proven wrong, but I think
Yeah.
there's just some things that are maybe not as much in its favor this
Sequels
time.
are definitely harder.
And it's interesting seeing like the trains of thoughts on sequels where people are like, well, traditionally sequels do less, but with animated movies, there's oftentimes they do better.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different angles that people are coming at this from. One of the big angles I have is just the galaxy subject matter.
Yeah.
The first Mario movie was truly for anybody who ever knew about, played a Mario game over 40 years or however many years. This one, it's like, okay, how many of those people, if you showed them a picture of Rosalina, who's that? How many people actually know who that is?
Right.
If you show who's this little Bowser Jr. character in the does everybody know Bowser Jr.?
It's deeper cut characters.
Right. I just don't necessarily see that as broad. I mean, those games they're not new games, but they don't have the kind of cultural embedded nature
Of the original Super Mario
that
Brothers.
Mario in its broadest form
Yeah.
has.
Yeah. That's why.
It's like, wait, why is Mario in space?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Well, that's why it's
if you're
packed
just-
with all these other references.
If you're just Joe Normie, I don't know.
But again, that's why they packed it with all these other references from Mario 2, from whatever.
Does that
Mario
convince
3.
you to not see the movie? I don't know, but I think just that same huge broad appeal is not necessarily there.
Yeah.
And I do think there is that sense of newness does go somewhere of like, yeah, I was curious what a Mario movie would look like, but I saw that, and this kind of looks like more of that, but maybe I'm good. Or, this time I'll see it, I'll stream it.
When it streams,
I'll stream it. I don't need to go to a theater to see that.
That's true. There is that sense of like, potentially, would people wait to stream this movie because they already know what to expect?
Right. So I think, for people like us and Nintendo fans, no problem. That's a slam dunk.
Well, that's not billing people.
We're going to go.
We're not going to be able to make $1 billion.
We're going to go see it multiple times, but it's with the broader audience where I start to have some questions.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And I'm just the Minecraft number is so interesting because that seemed like a runaway freight train of like, oh, Mario better look out. We got the chicken jockey.
That was also multiple viewings.
And then it didn't even hit $1 billion.
How did that happen?
They may have pulled the plug to streaming early.
Too early.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the economics of that start to become a little Byzantine.
It's a little fuzzy.
Of like, well, who knows? Maybe you are making more money at a certain point when
True.
you transition to
when
stream.
you transition to stream, maybe you're paid more money.
Right.
To
I mean, this is the number that
earlier.
people look at. This is the number that's most public. It's like we actually don't know how much money these studios make once they transition to all this other stuff.
That's true.
All the time.
That's very
not in
true.
the way that we know about this.
This is the headline stats,
Right.
but not the actual stats. You know? Yeah.
Right. So we asked our Patreon community the same question of will it make more or less than the original movie? Here's what everybody had to say. 63% said more, 32% said less, and 4% said I just don't know.
Okay. Go either way.
Really interesting responses, a lot of thoughtful points of view. The Keggers said definitely more for a few reasons. As others said, the trend is that sequels make more money than their predecessor, especially for animated movies. The marketing campaign for this movie has been top-notch. It is seriously
Agreed.
everywhere. The success of the first movie, especially in the streaming space, will bring in a much wider audience than the first movie. Those who watched the first one for the first time via a streaming service are more likely to see the second one in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
The first movie is pretty much always in the top 10 streaming movies of whatever platform it's on, even years after it released. Mario continues to grow in popularity and reach new audiences, and I am so excited for this movie, and I think we're in for some record-breaking numbers. It's kind of hard for me to argue with this argument.
Yeah, these are good points.
It's like
That's a really interesting point about like you've grown the audience from
Sure.
having it be like everywhere streaming forever.
great point.
And it has been. Like I literally watch it once a month because it's always on the top of every streaming list. 'Cause I'm like,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, I'll watch this right
Absolutely.
now. It's fine.
Medallion says, in my opinion, it will do well, but it will not top the original from 2023. The curiosity of a Nintendo co-developed Mario movie has been satisfied, and there are people who felt the movie wasn't their speed. So you won't have that same curiosity as much, meaning potentially less turnout. I want it to do well so Nintendo can keep making movies, hopefully beyond Mario and a live-action Zelda.
Here comes the Donkey Kong movie.
And then Ryan Wagner goes even further. As someone who works in the film industry, I'm listening now.
Oh.
I think it'll be a massive hit, but ultimately make less than the first film.
Say more.
There are rare exceptions, like Frozen 2, Zootopia 2, Inside Out 2, but sequels typically perform worse at the box office than their predecessors, especially animated sequels.
Oh, so he's saying animated sequels perform worse.
Most importantly, there's more competition this time around for the same type of audience. In spring 2023, Mario was the only animated family film. It got to absorb anyone who wanted to go to the movies to see this type of film. This time around, Mario has to contend with Hoppers, which just released, is overperforming and will certainly have strong legs to still eat away at Mario's box office in a few weeks.
True.
There's also been more family-friendly animation lately, like the incredibly long-running Zootopia 2 and GOAT, that families may have elected to see. And in this current world where going to the movies is not an all-the-time thing, but a once-in-a-while special thing, even a trip a month or two ago could affect a decision to see Mario in April, considering a family of four seeing a movie is essentially in the ballpark of a $100 outing.
It's more than that.
And that's not even talking about a popcorn bucket.
You know that child is going to want that $50 bucket.
How much were our tickets?
I think it was like $25 each. Man. And we're seeing a matinee on a Wednesday.
That's a lot.
I bought like pretty normal tickets too.
I don't go to a ton of movies, so like I don't.
It's a lot.
But man.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's a lot. Movies are very expensive. And I totally agree. Like, if you have like a family of four, you know, you're looking at like 200
food, drinks,
$200 plus $300 just to go to the movies.
Oh my god!
Back in my day, matinees were under $10.
Two matinees for a nickel, and then you got the news as well.
A nickel will buy you.
I definitely heard that from my parents all the time.
My parents didn't know what the movies were.
The moving pictures?
What? They lived in communist China. So
this is in color now? Wow.
The silver screen.
What did they have in communist China? Not that.
Not that.
No.
They had like opera.
Yeah. Angel Aid has a related question to the Mario movie. I was doing the daily Nintendo Today collectible cards for the Mario Galaxy movie, and I was surprised that my daily random card today ended up being a new spoiler character, at least for me, who has only been watching the official trailers and the movie directs. Have any of the marketing campaigns you worked on at Nintendo inadvertently spoiled a part of the game or gone awry in some other way?
Oh no, you were spoiled?
Are you're not doing these cards?
No,
the
I don't
Nintendo Today cards? I'm honestly not doing them either.
I don't go on Nintendo Today ever. So
what are they going to do? What's going to happen when the servers for the Mario Today collectible Mario Galaxy movie cards go down? What am I going to do then?
Here's what they should do.
They need to put it on a physical card.
They need to put the cards on a game key card and sell you the game key
this
card.
This is basically a game key card.
This is worse than a game
I need a physical card. Well, the Nintendo Today servers are not going to last forever.
When you're 95.
Not like me, not like I am.
When you're 95, you need to look at that character from March 12, 2026.
If I could get like a wart, like a holographic wart card or something.
You want a holographic wart. Okay.
Chromium embossed die cut wart hologram card, I would buy that.
How much money would you spend on that right now?
I'd spend like $10 on that.
Oh, I was gonna $1,000? No. $10.
What do I look like, Logan Paul?
$10 is so cheap.
It's not a lot actually, because I'd spend $50 on a popcorn bucket. Apparently.
I am. You're not spending any money. You're not buying. You're buying a tiny Bowser cult.
The question though. So they have all these characters are covered in some rollout plan. Like if there's something that they feel like putting out through there, it's like that was a decision that was made.
Right.
It's not like, oh no, we forgot about
accidentally spoiled it.
Oh no, it's like including the Pikmin in this montage, like that was part of the plan.
Exactly.
That was the plan all along.
Yes. It's all the rollout plans are very detailed in terms of what can be revealed, and it's airtight and it gets reviewed by everybody. Yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled while we were working there, you just have to like not read the whole.
There's no surprises unless again Charlie Day runs his mouth and they have to get the helicopter him out.
Helicopters are in.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the games we are playing. Great discussion on the Mario Galaxy movie. I'm very excited.
Wow.
We have a lot of games we're playing. My gosh.
Yes, we played a lot of games.
we have some games we've been playing at home. We have some games we played at GDC as well.
Yes.
Let's start with me checking in on Pokopia.
Yes, how
I
are
am
you going?
still going on
Where's your build at?
Pokopia grind. And I have now finished a couple of the areas. So I finished the original area. I finished this beach water area.
Okay.
I got a really cute Lapras transformation. So now I can become a Ditto Lapras and swim around on the water. It's actually really
Very cool.
It's really useful too, because otherwise you just fall like a stone and drown.
Oh no, that sounds
It's
very severe.
it's kind of disturbing, actually.
You also found the Moslax.
I did, and I say this.
Cute.
I say this all the time. This is a way to believe me. I told you I was like, oh my gosh, I found this incredible Snorlax that was covered in moss. It looked so cool, and you were like, yeah, that was in all the trailers. See, I was not paying attention to this at all.
Oh.
It's super cool.
It's very cute.
And
they have merch now.
They just announced a plush for it.
They have merch.
So I finished those, and now I'm in another area that's more of a mountain area, and I think I like this one the least so far out of all of them. There's just
How many areas are there?
I think after this there's one more area, and then that's it.
Oh, so you're almost done with the game?
Well, I've been playing this game a lot.
Whoa.
And once you finish the game, then it just becomes like free.
Ongoing.
Do what you want.
But the story has continued on. You've been doing the main quest.
It's basically rebuild each of these areas.
And then the humans hopefully will come back.
And then hopefully the humans come back. Every area does seem to have a pretty deep mechanic that they throw at you.
Yeah.
And some of them are like, the depth of it does kind of surprise me at times. Like, so in the water area, the mechanic was electricity. And it's kind of late in that area too, where you think like, oh, I'm almost done here. But then it's like, oh no, we need to restore the electricity to get all these gizmos working. It's like, what? So basically, and that's where you find the white Pikachu.
Right.
Who helps you out with that. But basically, like, you need to create, like, you can put a windmill, and the windmill's spinning, and it creates electricity that way. Or there's just like a furnace where you can like throw trash into.
Oh no, that's not very environmental.
You can throw just whatever you want, any leftover junk that you want. And listen, you get a lot of junk in this game, so it's like, yeah, throw it in here.
That's not environmental at all. You're not recycling.
Burn it. And that creates electricity. And then you literally have to place like power lines from there to wherever you want it to go. And like sometimes it's like, I need to chain this all the way across this really big area that I'm in.
So you're running around putting up poles.
So that was pretty eye-opening. I was like, oh, I didn't know this game had this mechanic. And now in the mountain area, there's a couple new. So I found a hot spring, which is very cute. All the Pokemon kind of hang out in the hot spring, but if it's in a cave, there's these networks of caves that they go so deep and so like I get kind of scared when I go in there because it's like I need to make sure I can get out of here because there's all these branching paths and it's dark in there and you might have to like break walls to get through. And I found like I broke so deep, I'm like, there's lava everywhere and you need to harness the power of lava. You need to find fire Pokemon who can melt these metals and make these metal ingots so that I can create things. But the other mechanic is cooking as well. So I found that chef, what's his name? Chef Dente.
Yeah, Al Dente.
Chef Al Dente.
Yeah.
And so the cooking actually powers up your abilities. Okay. So like, for example, you make something and it makes your punching, so there are like types of rocks that you couldn't break before, and now I can break those, or things that like I couldn't cut before. Yeah. So now I actually have access to a lot of different places, and I've been going back to the different parts of the island
like harvesting
what was here. I went back to the starting area and I found another just insane series of caves that terrified me. And I was like, I don't know what, there didn't seem to be much down there, but they just kept going. And again, like the scope of this game continues to really surprise me.
Yeah. Is it too big?
No, because I was like, oh, there's not really much here. I'm just going to leave. I know you've expressed like some concern over seeing like these crazy builds that people are doing.
Yes, this is just like what happened with Tears of the Kingdom, where like everyone's making Gundams and I can't even fuse two sticks together.
I'm just going to tell you, like that is so optional, and I think not really representative of how most people are playing this game. Just like with Zelda, like most people are not making a crazy Gundam.
That's true.
You know.
but
that's what you see.
It looked fun.
And I guess in the case for you, that's kind of intimidating to see people doing that, but that's not what most people...
Did you build like a crazy looking house, all that stuff?
So you can build a house, like they have pre-made houses that you can build. Like basically you just like lay down the foundation and then you have to bring certain Pokemon who have certain abilities there and you have to invest like certain materials and then you like push a button and it's like, oh, it'll be done tomorrow. Oh. So I did not have to brick by brick build a house.
Oh, okay.
You can do that.
Oh, okay.
But are you joking? I'm not doing that.
Okay, I don't know.
No way. I'm still living in dirt huts.
It's a very rudimentary world.
I think it's very true to the rustic Pokemon experience. You think I'm living in a McMansion? No.
You're not living in... You didn't upgrade.
I did move in with Machop. I now found Machoke. And I'm trying
so the three of you are living together?
No, we're in different places. They don't know about each other. I'm trying to move in with Machoke. I haven't found Machamp yet.
Once you find Machamp, will you ditch the other two?
No. I like them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All three evolutions.
What are the questions you have about this game?
I don't have.
Because it's interesting to see your just perception of what people are sharing.
Yeah, it is interesting to look at what people are sharing.
And it's maybe not reflective of the actual everybody's game experience.
Yeah. No, I mean, it all sounds fun. It sounds like it's a very like cool way to interact with the Pokemon universe, and there's like lots of like fun, cool mechanics that you can do with Pokemon, like you have never been able to do those things before. But there's still there's still a barrier for me.
That's fine.
To get into this game right now. I'm still, the hype has not convinced me.
Fine.
So, yeah, but it sounds fun.
I gotta shout out the game's music, which continues to be really good.
It's like good ambient music.
Really just relaxing and nice to listen to.
That's great.
And does not get on your nerves, fits the tone, fits the feel of the game, like really well. I would love for that to come to Nintendo Music someday. Probably never will. Ninja11 had a question about Pokopia. Is Nintendo mad about how well Pokopia is doing and how it's stolen some of Animal Crossing's thunder? I'm seeing a ton of Animal Crossing update ads and less Pokopia ads and literally no Tomodachi Life ads. Do you think there is some internal drama in the Nintendo Life Sim marketing teams? So Animal Crossing is out. Pokopia just came out. And we're kind of getting into
Tomodachi
time
territory.
To start talking about Tomodachi.
Yeah, April, right, is when that game comes out.
So is Pokopia going to eat Tomodachi Life's lunch?
Probably.
Oh, man.
Pokopia is huge.
It's pretty big, yeah.
And I don't think anyone's jumping off that game anytime soon. So, yeah, I think, like, in terms of, I mean, the games are very different, obviously, but they do have some similar qualities where people may be like, well, I just played a game. Well, I'm still playing this game. I don't really want to jump to another similar game, even though there's a lot of differences too. In terms of like any sort of animosity between teams no, absolutely not. I think it's everybody's making money, guys. It's fine. But I do think like there's probably some good learning, though. I hope there is at least. I think that the Animal Crossing team has something very, very special, but, it doesn't mean that they're not continually looking at what's out there and improving and seeing it. So I hope that some of the stuff that they're seeing...
Do you think they feel pressure, the Animal Crossing team, from this game?
I don't think so. I think they're, like, pretty good at, like, doing their own thing and being on their own schedule and stuff. And I think that they're, I don't think they're, like... we have to do better than them or something like that. But they might be looking and saying like, oh, that's an interesting.
I think there are just some basic, like the
quality
nuts and bolts of the game.
There
it's like, they really need to have this in the next game.
And I think they probably will. They probably are already thinking that anyway.
And I do believe in just the general idea of like competition being
healthy.
And helping people to create the best work.
Yeah.
So from that sense, I like it.
Yeah.
Tomodachi Life has two things going for it. It's on a Switch 1. So all these people belly aching over like, oh, don't want to get a Switch 2. I was like, well, good news. You can get Tomodachi Life.
Instead, yeah.
And two, it does have that secret sauce in Japan. And Pokemon does too, but Tomodachi Life is just one of those like, that's going to be
it's always
massive.
A hit.
That's going to be massive in Japan. So I do find the back-to-back release dates curious for these games, and there may be some impact on Tomodachi. Animal Crossing, I think people decided before the Pokopia phenomenon happened, whether they were going to get back into that or not.
Right.
Like that did not impact my decisions. Like I'm actually not going to play Animal Crossing more.
Yeah, that wasn't it. That wasn't the
kind of
reason
happened
why.
naturally.
Yeah, the other thing about Tomodachi Life that I think is a major difference in its advantage is that it's customizable to you.
Yeah.
Like this is a true like your life simming yourself. Like you can make a character that looks just like you. Versus Pokemon, it's like almost like you're kind of a little bit more detached from.
Yeah, I was going to say
world.
Tomodachi Life is pretty different, but then in the direct, it's like they actually added a lot of stuff that is more like these games.
Exactly.
So it's harder for me to say
It's more
that.
like a life sim.
It's harder for me to say that.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
That's going to be interesting. Yeah.
You've been continuing to play Monster Hunter Stories 3.
I have.
Have you hit the wall with this game?
No, I have not.
Because you've said I've been hearing about like, oh, this boss was super hard.
There's some hard monsters now. I'm in like
but
the
you're
third.
Getting by.
I'm in the third kind of big area. It's like the ice area.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean some of these like big like end of the area monster fights, like you really gotta be ready. Like your team needs to.
Like
be
what kind of monster is that?
It's like these apex, like feral monsters. There's lots of strategy. The fights are long.
Yeah.
I mean, it is tough. It's like a true Monster Hunter fight.
That's cool.
It is cool, and you gotta do things like break off the crystals off the body, and then attack different. I'm so much better at the battle system now too. Like I totally figured it out. So it just takes a long time.
The visual tells.
The visual tells are good.
What were we missing all along?
There's a lot of like menu things that you can look up too that I didn't realize existed.
So you're not literally watching the anime?
No, you also are watching the anime too. Like there's like and then the Palico comes in and like tells you a little hint like watch the monster, he's acting differently, and then you can figure out like which part of the monster to attack.
Okay.
Which was something that I was overwhelmed at first.
Yeah.
Because it was just like too much information. But now I'm good. I'm like good. I'm very good now. My character is like super high level. The other thing that was a very like I can't deal with this right now. I need to like look deeper into this mechanic later. Is this mechanic where you can like in your party of your main monsters, you can do these things where you can like basically upgrade them with different like skills. And it was very complicated. It basically looks like a bingo board. You put these different skills on there and you can get bonuses if certain things line up in like a bingo roll.
That's neat.
So I was like very confused by it at first, but then I like literally had to do it because my monsters were too weak and they didn't have the right skills for me to like move on because those fights were so hard. So then I like forced myself to figure it out, and then now it's like I totally figured it out. Now my monsters are like super strong in my party. Like they all have like plus 300% damage. They're like crazy strong now. So that was a really interesting mechanic that I just was like, I'm gonna put this to the side and not deal with it until I get a better handle on this game. But I really like it. It's really fun.
Nice.
I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Awesome.
I also went back to that God of War game.
Yes.
Sons of Sparta.
Okay.
Because I was like, what distracted me from this again? Oh yeah, Resident Evil 9.
Yeah.
I immediately put, I was like, I'll play this later. But then I went back to it, and now I'm like pretty far along in that too. I just got one new item to help me move into the next area, which has been really cool. It's like this thing where you like light things on fire. And I also did my first proper boss fight. That was very good. It was pretty hard. It was like kind of like a Soakson level.
Yeah. One
of those like try 20 times boss fights, learn the patterns, figure out your movements. The one thing I will say that there is just a little bit of softness in those controls. Like you need those controls to be so snappy, like so crisp. There's just like a little moment where you're like, I feel like I'm pushing the button. Like, why is there like a microsecond delay?
That's too bad.
That's the only thing. It's like, I wish it was just like a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Like that like all of his actions. He can do a lot of stuff. Like he can do dodges and rolls and, parries and all sorts. It's like just slightly soft. But other than that, I really like this game.
Okay.
It's really good.
Cool. Speaking of Resident Evil, I shocked you when I told you I started playing Resident Evil 8. Yes.
I was so shocked. You're now playing, you're double timing Resident Evil and Pokopia?
Yes. This is also known as Resident Evil Village. And yeah, after there's some discussions in our spoiler cast where it's like, I have the opportunity to play 8. It's on the Switch 2 now. I'm pretty curious about it. I should just make it happen.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing since like the weekend, is just kind of double timing both of these games. And it's very interesting to play this after 9, because it's pretty different from that Resident Evil game. This is in the 7 and 8. We have a different main character, Ethan. In this, it kind of picks up after 7, where he gets into this like witness protection kind of program, and they fly him to Europe, so he's living there, which is why you go to the village.
Yeah. That's where the big lady is.
I found the big lady and her daughters, and
She's sexy.
There's werewolves. I don't find her daughters. I might. There's werewolves or something.
Vampires.
Something like no. There's also werewolves. A werewolf like bit half of my hand off very early on.
What happened to your hand? And then what happens?
I got no fingers.
Oh.
That happened, but then he doesn't seem very bothered by it after that happened. You're just looking at his hand, it's like a big chunk of it gone.
He's kind of dumb. Ethan?
He's not the best.
He's not the best main character.
I mean, I'll reserve my complete judgment until I finish the game. I already finished 7. Maybe
he wasn't the best in
not
7.
The best and most
He's
memorable.
He's not the brightest.
There has been a Chris Redfield cameo already. It just feels like a pretty different Resident Evil game than 9, and I believe there was a different team that made this versus 9. And you can kind of see that in like the presentation, the feel. Like there's a good amount of shooting in this game, but I wouldn't say it feels as good as the shooting in 9.
Yeah.
In this game, it's basically like, unless you were getting a headshot, the enemy doesn't have a lot of reaction. It's like, did I hit the guy? He's still like moving the exact same way, versus in 9, like, there's some like recoil. Like you shoot him in the leg, they go down on the knee. You do a pile driver. You do your move. This is like, no, I really need to get these headshots, or these guys are just coming right for me.
Oh my gosh, that's that's demanding.
Yeah.
Is it like super hard to get bullets, and is like
no, actually,
okay.
I actually have a ton of bullets.
So maybe that's why
right now. I've heard people saying like, oh, this is actually somewhat similar to 4, and I was like, what do you mean? Because I guess it's like, well, it's in a European village, but there is a lot of shooting, so maybe just the amount of shooting and gunplay is maybe what I'll find out the more I play.
Okay.
But now I'm in the mansion. And that's like classic Resident Evil, like puzzles, sockets, combining all of that.
Oh boy, sockets.
I think I'm about to have a showdown with the big lady. I've been having showdowns with her daughters. I dealt with one of her daughters already. I'm kind of learning what is going on here.
What is going on?
I still don't know.
Really?
But I learned that
why is it vampires?
They don't like it when you open the window. Because when I was fighting the daughter, that you shoot the window and then all the cold air rushes in, and then you can actually defeat her.
Cold air.
Otherwise,
or light.
Fresh air. No, it's not. There wasn't light. It was air.
Oh, air.
Yeah. Then I found some scrap of paper. Like, oh, she got mad when I opened the window. Something about the window.
But they're hot.
The daughters, yeah.
The daughters are hot.
Yeah.
But they don't like it when you open the window.
The tall lady, I'm not particularly into.
People really like the tall lady.
I know. But oh well. To each their own.
All right.
As far as it being scary.
Scale.
I have heard that this has a scene that is comparable to the scene in RE9 that you were just talking about. So I'm kind of bracing myself for that. But
do they have that in every single game?
But it seems like it's another one of those like kind of like shorter segments. I'm not there yet. I'd say right now it's not super scary.
Well, I guess you have a ton of bullets and you're just
you
like
have a lot of
shooting
bullets.
stuff.
You have a lot of bullets.
It's not
this one
that
also.
bad.
So the original game was first person only. They have since added a third person mode, and that's in this version. I'm playing on the Switch too. I'm playing this one third person as well. I just like having the additional peripheral
vision
in a game where I'm going to be doing a lot of shooting, so I'm playing it that way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. At GDC, we were at a Microsoft event where we got to play Mixtape finally.
Finally good.
Yes.
That game was amazing.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great. I choked on the first part. You have to ride the skateboard.
Oh, man.
And I was so bad at it because I was like, wait, what's going on?
It's like the opening credits were playing.
You're like, what's wrong with you?
It's like barely interactive, and you're just like falling down left and right.
But then I figured it out. I figured it out.
This is embarrassing.
I figured it out. It was fine.
As Phil Spencer and Asha Sharma are just making the rounds and you're just falling down on this skateboard.
He's retired. He doesn't care about my skateboarding in a game that he doesn't care about anymore because he doesn't work there.
What if he asked for the controller? Let me help you there, Krysta.
No. He doesn't get to have it. He's not you. He's not just ripping the controller out of my hand.
I don't do that.
You do.
I don't.
You do. But anyways, besides the fact that I was sucky in the beginning, the game is so good. Yeah. It's like, it's a lot of like different kinds of gameplay mixed together, I think, which is is not what I expected. So like the first part you're doing some like cool like skateboarding thing, and then there's parts where you're kind of in more of like a, find and click adventure-y kind of thing.
Right.
And then there's another scene where it's more action. You're like riding this like shopping cart.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of like interesting mechanics put into this package of like this like kind of, vibey end of high school kind of teen experience.
And then there was a tongue kissing minigame.
I was really surprised / grossed out by this.
It's pretty gross, actually.
I'm not even going to say more because I think people should experience it for themselves. So I was a little shocked.
Spoiler alert.
I was shocked by this. I was like, scandal.
So this takes place in the 90s. It does, right?
Yes.
And you play as this character who wants to like break into the music industry.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're going to get into this party and I'm going to meet them and I'm going to make it happen. So it's got this kind of like it's like a coming of age story. It's like we're wrapping up high school. We're going to be saying goodbye to everybody and starting our new lives.
Our lives are finally beginning.
Yeah, it reminds me so much of a movie I love, Dazed and Confused.
Yes,
which is
exactly that.
It's kind of the exact same story, but set in the 70s.
Right.
Where it's like, everything's going to culminate at this moment, and it's like the build up to that, and how everybody's dealing with that, and kind of like all the emotions that go into that.
And then the memories of your high school days.
Right, and then like, did it work out the way that you thought? Looking back, the nostalgia. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, and then of course music is a big part of it because she is. This person is very like into music and making
she's like the queen of mixtapes.
Quite literally mixtapes.
Yes.
And you basically have a soundtrack for each of these like memories and moments that she's experiencing, and the music is fantastic, honestly. So it's really good. It's really good. And it's like, it kind of reminds me of like, because we grew up in the 90s, so it's very like nostalgic for us to see all that stuff. Like
Something
the visuals.
Else that surprised me about this was like, I thought visually this game looked really nice.
It did.
I think we were playing it on a PC.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's something about like this art style.
Yes.
And I think they were doing that thing where like, the environment was moving at one frame rate, but the characters were moving
at a different
to give it like almost like a stop motion-y.
Slow-mo, like,
I was like, they're doing something really interesting.
It's very artistic.
Visual. And then in that opening scene with the skateboard, you're going through these like trees, and I was like, man, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that game to be the one that wowed me visually.
Visually, yeah. And it has like a very distinctive style, which is what, it's more than just like graphics are nice and beautiful, they were, but also the style of it was very like, unique and I think fit with the tone of the game so well. And then like her hometown is like this kind of like small lakeside town. I think West Coast lakeside town. Yeah. So it definitely had like that very like specific vibe to it, where it's like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm there.
Yeah. Lastly, and this is a bit of a different thing that we checked out, but I'm glad we did. It's from a company called Game, but it's G''AIM''E.
Yes.
So the emphasis on AIM. And they're basically doing like, it kind of reminded me of like, the NES Mini or the every company's done like a mini version. It's like they're doing like a home mini version of shooting games.
Yeah.
So they have a partnership with Bandai Namco, and they have a system that's focused around the anniversary of Time Crisis, and it's got like a little mini like console thing that you plug into your TV, and then it's got the gun. That it feels a lot like, they call it the Gun Con.
Yeah.
Very much like what you would have in an arcade or like the home versions of Time Crisis. And they're using some new, because the issue with those games was those used to work fine on a CRT TV. But when they switched to flat screens, something about the way it didn't,
like couldn't aim.
It didn't work the same way.
It didn't work anymore.
And I was telling them, I remember this because I worked at Bandai Namco on Time Crisis 4, which was a fun game, but you had to set up this array of sensors all around the TV, and it was really tedious and really annoying to get them to stay in place. So they have some new way of doing it. where you're just it's like it used to be, where you're just shooting at the TV, and you do need to like calibrate it, like aim at the targets to get it calibrated. But it was pretty accurate once you got going.
It really was.
I was very happy with that experience. And you can also get the pedal.
Yeah, so you can reload
Right.
with the pedal.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, and like also like crouch and stuff like that.
Right. So that's very true to like the arcade experience, and sometimes the home versions of those, like it's like, oh, just press a button to do that instead. But I appreciated that they had that.
It's really nice. You can press a button too, though. If you want
the
to.
pedal built in.
Yeah.
It had a couple games all from Bandai Namco, but the focus was on Time Crisis, and it is pretty much like that.
It's for the 30th anniversary.
It's not like an enhanced version of Time Crisis. It is like the original version of Time Crisis that works with this this new gun that they have, and then they had a couple other shooting games from Bandai Namco.
I like the little like mini game that they had. It's kind of like a bunch of different like shooting party games.
I think it was Point Blank. I think was that one.
I was really bad at Time Crisis. First of all,
you were?
I feel like I was kind of nervous. Anyways.
You had the Grace Ashcroft shaky hands?
I was shaky hands. You were like Leon. I was.
What do you mean?
But it was actually cool because when we switched, we had to like recalibrate you because your arm is so much different.
Right, because they basically measure like
your distance from the TV,
what angle you're shooting at, the distance from
really
the
accurate.
TV.
It's pretty cool.
Again, like I don't know exactly how it worked, but I was pretty impressed with it.
Impressive, yeah. Yes, the Point Blank mini games were really fun. I thought that we did really well.
The thing that I liked about this was like they were not trying to like make a cheap version of this. Like the version we saw, like it's pretty pricey. Like it's well over $100, and you can get a version that has like multiple guns. But like there is a version of this where it's like, we tried to make it really mainstream and we cheaped out, and it just doesn't feel good. Like this felt really high end, like really premium. Just like the build of the gun, like the motion of the pedal, like all of that was like, no, this is really top notch.
Yeah. Even like when they handed it to us to hold right away, we were like, oh wow, this is like really, really nice.
Yeah, so I think if you like appreciate those games and have a history with those games, like you will notice the care that went into it.
For sure.
They said they're like kind of figuring out their distribution in the US right now. So it might be a little bit harder to find in whatever store you want to go to, but we're trying to get our hands on one so we can do like a proper
like unboxing
and show it off a little bit more.
Play it more.
But
it's fun. I really liked it.
I was so happy. Like again, like when we were taking the meeting, I was like, this could be cool, but this could also maybe suck. But we'll roll the dice and see. And I was like, oh, this is.
And they were super nice too. They were
is great.
Really, really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question from Patreon from KF Harper 138. With the talk on the recent pod about game dev costs going up for Nintendo and the recent surge of 3DS prices going up, do you think they will ever revisit the portable handheld space? It seems like they could divert some teams to making smaller, more affordable games there, while also encouraging indie devs to bring some games over similar to what the Vita did.
No, I don't think they'll ever split again. I feel like they really, like and figured out configure their teams for like the Switch, which is the hybrid model. And I think that helped them so much with output that they probably would never switch back to
here's the thing. Like, you can make those games and put them on the Switch. Like, that's what we were talking about last week.
Right, and that too.
It's like, yes, you can make a super high-end game on the Switch too. That doesn't mean that's the only thing that you can make. It's like, make a game that's in the style, of a Game Boy game. Make a game that's in the style of a 3DS game. It's like, and guess what? I bet there would still be like a really big audience if that was a cool game.
Right.
So I think they're maybe taking the wrong lesson. I don't know what necessarily led them down this path of like, this isn't worth our time to make these kinds of games. And we had that quote from Furukawa that's like, we want to do this. We should do this. So maybe we just haven't seen that happen yet.
Yeah.
Or what?
I mean, you're right that Dragon Drive was like one example of that, but they just maybe need more examples of different types of games in that kind of style where it's like one interesting idea that's smaller and quicker to make. But in terms of like splitting up again between home console and handheld, I don't think they would ever do that again.
No, I think they've seen the benefits of combining everything under a single platform.
They like the hybrid approach a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's still, interesting things happening in the handheld space, whether it's like big people getting in or like we know there's like so many people who are like fans of those like emulation systems that are out there.
Yeah,
there's like a million of those, and then like you've got the Portal, and there's even like oddball stuff like the Playdate that is out there. Did you see the Portal got some big new update?
Well, it's a new Portal.
What?
I think it's a new Portal.
I thought it was just an update.
I don't think it's an update.
It's like high quality mode for your Portal.
Wait, is it just an update?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought it was.
You were going to buy another Portal.
No, I wasn't. But really?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, maybe I read it wrong.
On your Portal, is there an option to just hardwire into that? There's not, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Why would you? Because it's
Well,
cloud.
I don't know. If they're talking about, like, again, the main thing that is going to dictate your quality is how good is your internet. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just sitting down the hall from my PS5. I'm going to just hardwire it. We're cutting out the middleman. I want the quality, but I want to sit in a bed.
My PS5 is hardwired.
Sure. That helps. But it still has to beam something from that to
I don't have issues on mine.
Good.
People say that they have issues. I don't, but
Well, get this high quality and let us know.
I don't have issues. Yeah.
Get this high quality.
Okay. It didn't tell me I needed to update. I just did it recently.
I think this is like new as of today.
Oh.
I only saw it.
I need you to look into it more.
I only saw it pretty recently.
Are you sure?
I might be more sure than you. Okay. I guess we'll see. We're both acting like fools right now. What if we're both wrong?
I don't know. I barely glanced at what I did see it, but I barely glanced through what the information was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Whew.
Wow.
It's a big podcast.
I am tired because
gosh.
we are overly excited. We're like a little kid on the sugar high. I got sugar high from talking about this Mario Galaxy movie.
Possibilities of a popcorn bucket have your mind spinning. You can't sleep at
sugar
night.
high,
Yes.
and now I'm like crashing.
Yes. Like we said, don't forget to check us out at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta, where we have so much great exclusive stuff happening, and it's going to be happening soon. So we got the Resident Evil and Mario Galaxy movie spoiler cast. You're going to get early access on our vlogs.
Yup.
Early access on this podcast for a while. Oh my gosh. So much great stuff.
We have also our fun One Up Club meetup coming up soon.
We do.
Whew, we are busy. We have a new story time that we just recorded as well.
Boy.
That's juicy.
We'll let you know when that's out.
That's juicy. All right. We're also on the socials. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
And if you're watching this on video, we'd love it if you could subscribe to us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. And if you're listening on audio services like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can subscribe over there too. Give us a 5-star rating and leave a written review, if you please.
Thank you. All right, let's shout out some wonderful Patreon community members, starting with the final boss, Aaron Hash.
Aaron Hash. We were triangulating during GDC, where there were things we were seeing on the ground, and Aaron Hash was keeping us up to speed on the things that we could not see with our own eyes.
That's true. He was like our Chloe from 24.
What was he was our handler. That's like Leon and Sherry.
Exactly.
He was our
Sherry.
handler.
Yeah, he's Sherry. That's a better reference.
Yeah.
Not the reference.
What were you going to say?
Chloe from 24 is basically Sherry to Leon.
I didn't watch that.
Of course not.
No.
All right. Superstars. Maru Mayhem.
Eigenverse.
Mike Chin.
Roy Eschke.
VGM Life.
Link, the hero of wins.
Angela Bycroft.
Thomas O'Rourke.
Kyle LaBeouf.
Andrew Uhas.
Chili.
Krashuri.
Master Discord.
Travis Torline.
Echo Adair.
MSM Poke Gamer.
R. Burns.
Kit 10K.
Adrian.
Nathan Clover.
The Shark Among Men.
Raintech.
Kiss My Flapjack.
Paul Gale Network.
Cameron.
Frederick Ulf Conradson.
Katsuli Nerdy. All right, here come the One Up Club, Aaron Burgundy.
Ad Cool 2000.
Age 1000.
Ein Evelyn.
Ali Alejandro.
Ali McLovin.
Alejandro Orisco Borrego.
Andy Robinson.
Angel Aid.
Angie Jojo.
Anthony Kager.
Everstu.
Art 64.
Astrodev.
Asturax.
Awesome 46.
Bino.
Barnstorm.
Bates.
Berserker.
Big and Gamer with a Y.
Blake Mitchell.
Bob Cleffin.
Brad SF56.
Brandon Cooper.
Brandon Kavapel.
Brovac Novak.
Cashew.
Cedric Benson.
Chadir.
Chelly Squirrel.
Kai X.
Crispy Saurus.
Christopher Lay.
Chunky Conga.
Colleen Finnegan.
Cosmic Titan 718.
Captain Alex.
C Roper 17.
Cynical Squid.
Daffers.
Dog DeLeo.
Dally Dinkum.
Dane.
Dobson.
Davy Smalls.
David Kalpakis.
Delving with Differ.
Dennis M2.
Devi P.
Dinkum and Popacom.
Doghead.
Doinko.
Dre.
Dr. Saturn.
Dubs 496.
Do Dad Life.
Eccentric Tony.
Elite Peach.
Espars 50.
Even Granny Boy.
Furbound.
Fernie and Jess Forever.
Fox Deploy.
Funky Life. Oh, wait, hold on. Funkafragilistic.
I think it's funkily fragilistic.
Oh, funkily fragilistic.
I had to stare at that one for a minute too.
Funkily fragilistic.
Wait, let's break this down. Gabriel Velez.
Gamer Like Anime.
Gamer Nerd 78.
Garth the Wolf.
Gartooth.
Jeremy.
Johnny.
Guilty Phoenix 42.
H3.
Hannah is funky.
Heyo Jose.
Ira Bell.
Iris Marin.
It's Anthony time.
It's your boy J-Hove.
Ivan Cito.
Jay Rando.
Jab Jaws.
Jahari Garcia.
Jake the Snake 22X.
Jameson Eisenberg.
James.
James Pritchard.
J-Bar.
Jim Wakeland.
Joe Encarnacion.
Jonathan Rowe.
John Conboy.
Jordan Hemmerly.
Joris.
Joseph Gunter.
Josh.
Joshua Clements.
Juji Fruit.
Just Camtro.
Justin Lemminger.
J Wolf.
Kaylin.
Katie Estep.
Kawa 2796.
Kind PVL.
Kevin Delane.
K Hooper.
Kilo Kibo.
Cow Jordan.
Cow Gamer Barry Rookie.
Kyle 325.
Kyle Kretzer.
Larry Fitzpatrick.
Lazy Cat for Coffee.
Leah Rao.
Lex.
Linko.
Litton.
Luna B.
Lynn.
Macho Potato.
Mac the Cat.
Mad Dog 5981.
Magnificent Easy G plus Callie Marie.
Mario Man 392.
Marky Man 64.
Mary Cohen Colson.
Mateus.
Maverick Nate.
Megan.
Naples Leon.
Michael Mazer.
Michael O'Hara.
Michael Wong.
Mikey Macaroni.
Mr. Ryan 07.
Motomania.
Mr. Andy Pond.
Mr. Beans and Dip.
Mr. Bendu 101.
Mr. Underscore.
My Tran.
Nasir.
Naive.
Nigbia Reeves.
Nimbendu 64.
Ninja 11.
Ninja Black Belt.
One of a Kind.
Omega Index Card.
Pangy.
Paper Boat.
Patrice Millette.
Peach Booty.
Prime Factor.
Prince Charmless.
PS Switch.
Punky.
Quintet.
Rob N.
Robbo.
Rob Y.
Robbie DLC.
Romsky 113.
Rocks.
RT64.
Ryan Hayes Music.
Ryan Haas.
Ryanetta.
Sage Gamer.
Salkin 20XX.
Scott Seward.
Sebastiano Garase.
Sega.
Sharif Jackson.
Shinryu.
Shiny Elizabeth.
Slowbro.
Shump.
Schnazzle.
Spacey Poo.
Spicy Munchkin.
Star Fox Melancholy.
Stuart Radley.
Swanbat.
Pseudo Priest.
Super Nerdy Human.
Shreetak.
Tales of Link. Here we go. No, we decided. I'm doing this one from now on. Tamer rhymes with hammer. Tay 120 and 64.
Teal Fox 64.
The Hyrule Hero.
The Kagers.
The Quiet One.
Thomas Alvarez.
Three Rivers.
Tickle My Tinkle.
Tim WC.
Token 777.
Torcheeks.
Totally Joette.
Totomaro.
Trajowie.
Trevor Collins.
Tugs Puppy Bear.
Tuscoop.
Tyler Geis.
Victor MK.
Victor.
Vinny O Games.
Viridian.
Virtual Bot.
Voice for Radio.
Waffles.
Water Blue BH.
WG Grizzy.
Wicked Davy.
William George.
Yummy.
Zachary S.
Zelgaroth.
Zapati.
And Zerling.
That was like coming face to face with your worst enemy in a dark alley. You just froze.
Fight, flight, or freeze. I froze.
I think Tickle My Dinkum is more your speed. I got this one covered though.
I seriously can't do it. I can't. And then remember in Discord last week, someone was like, I'm a teacher. And then he showed his student's paper and that was his name. And he wrote it that way.
Tamer never changed this.
Tamer rhymes
never
with
change this.
I seriously, I don't think I can't.
Wow.
Tamer.
Good news. We finished the podcast.
Thank goodness. What a podcast. I seriously short-circuited at the end of that, so we got to stop. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Tamer. It's Tamer, right?